The worst character in the game is King Day-to-Day. I think this character is awful. Terrible air mobility. Basically, the only thing this character does is rely on, like, people getting impatient and running into Gordos. And I know I lost my win streak the other day to King Day-to-Day, but I think this character is atrocious. The Gordo nerf really hurt because it's so easy to knock Gordo back. The neutral is so mediocre. They're literally just going to double jump back air, like, the whole time. Everything about him is just bad, unless you just kind of get hit by stupid stuff, which you shouldn't, because there's no reason to. Like, there's no threat. There's no threat that Day-to-Day presents, like, ever. Unless he's fishing for back air, but then you just literally wait under him, and you know he's going to back air, because what the fuck else is he going to do? And then you parry it. Also, I'm just getting the Day-to-Day comments out of the way, because I get it. I say the name different than a lot of people. It's fine. Whatever. It's cool. See, like, normally when I'm doing tier lists, like myself, I just kind of, like, throw characters on the tiers, and then I, like, order them later. So this is a little difficult to, like, do it one by one, like, actually. I think the second worst character is Ganon. He's very slow, very immobile. His neutral's whack. His recovery's whack. He has no disadvantage state. It's bad. Rickles is a god. I love watching Rickles. Rickles versus Charlie, one of the best sets to happen at Frostbite. But Ganon is really bad. Like, if you just play the matchup correctly, he has, like, 0 winning matchups, because you can either throw him off stage and kill him, you can camp him, or you can just hit him once and then just juggle him for forever. And, like, every character can do that. Maybe Ganon's worse than Day-to-Day. Yeah, I think Ganon's worse than Day-to-Day. I'm gonna flip that. I think Ganon's the worst character in the game. I lied. Ganon's really, really bad. I literally don't know what matchup he wins. Like, I'm looking at all the characters in the game. I don't know what character he wins, because he doesn't beat Banjo, or Bayo, or the Bowsers, or any of the sword characters, or Falcon, or the Apes, or the other Heavies, or Doc even beats him, because he has pill, like, pressure. I don't know who this character beats. I don't even know who this character goes even with. Like, at least Ganon has, like, or sorry, at least Day-to-Day has, like, Gordo ledge traps, and, like, something really powerful about him. He's really bad. I don't think there are that many low tiers, to be honest. I think there's maybe like 10 or less. But I think another low tier character, even with the buffs, Doc is also still really bad. He has really low mobility. He has some kill confirms, which are pretty good. Like down throw down B. If you like play correctly in terms of like keep yourself in center stage, like don't just get put at the ledge, like you're gonna be fine. Like down tilt buff is actually a pretty big deal because you get down tilt up B, which is pretty good. You get down tilt back air, down tilt up air, but I don't think it's enough to make this character good. Like, it didn't fix his flaws. I mean, down tilt, I guess, does help the flaws a little bit, but it doesn't matter, you know? Like, he's not fast, so he can't mix you. His recovery is still terrible, so it's not marginally better than Ganon's or, like, Little Max, even though Little Max is probably a little worse than both of those, but, like, at least he has a really good hitbox in terms of side B, right? Like, I would literally rather edgeguard a Doc than a Little Mac. And I play Pika. Like, I have a billion edgeguard options, and I would still rather edgeguard Doc. Next up is going to be Incineroar. Have you noticed that heavy characters suck in this game? But yeah, Incineroar is fucking bad. Again, similar to these two, he's slow, he has a bad recovery, he has some combos, but like he can kill you with revenge, but like there's so many ways to just not get hit by it. You can camp him out. A lot of characters have true confirms into grab, or they have pressure. Like if he revenges, I just go cool. Fish for landing near grab. I feel like a lot of characters have options that are just like, oh, like, you have revenge. I will find a way to grab you, or I will literally just run away for 30 seconds. Like, it's fine. Like, I don't understand how people really get hit by it. This character, he's so slow. He's so slow. But also, I feel like people are getting good enough that, like, they're edgeguarding this character, they're juggling this character, they're ready for the revenge, and you just can't do anything. What does this character do in neutral? Hope that you get hit by side B, run up down tilt? Like, just crawl backwards and you're faster than him. Like, I don't know, man. Yeah, if you made this character as fast as Bowser, like, he's fucked up. Like, he's so good. Because he, like, runs up tilt, up air. He runs at you and just does stuff. Like, that'd be sick, but whatever. I think also a low tier character is gonna be Kirby. I mean, Kirby did get better, don't get me wrong, because I think, you know, the difference between, like, these 2 or 3 characters and the rest is, like, still pretty big. But Kirby is still bad. Like, he has pretty good options in neutral, I'm not gonna lie. Down tilt forward air, they're all pretty good, but it's hard to catch people. Like, Kirby is so slow in the air. The ground is fine, but like, if people platform camp you, you lose. You cannot catch people that are just jumping on platforms. It is quite literally impossible. He's so, like, Kirby is so slow. And granted, not a lot of people platform camp because it's super lame, but, you know, I'm thinking in terms of, like optimally, like a top level. Like, that's the thing, is I'm always doing my tier list at top level, because if you don't know how to counterplay Incineroar, or you're just getting hit by Gan and stuff, of course the characters are going to be good. But I'm talking about, like, players of, like, PGR caliber. Because it's basically impossible to make a tier list of, like, different levels, because values of things go completely out the window and it's super difficult. Like, speed is the most important, maybe not the most important factor, but one of, if not the most important factor in the game. And none of these characters have it, and that is why they're bad. And they don't have anything to compensate for the fact that they're slow, because Ganon doesn't have a projectile. Gordo sucks. Pill sucks. Kirby, honestly, with projectiles, is really good. Like, Kirby with T-Jolt, like, the matchup's even. Like, free, because, like, I have to start, like, I can't just camp. I have to, like, approach, and it's really annoying. But Kirby, like, can't rely on characters. Because, like, Kirby's, like, Grenade Kirby, broken. Obviously, Monado Art Kirby, broken. But, like, you have to rely on it. And, you know, cutting your combo short to get a different thing is bad. Kirby's so close to being good. And not even, like, buff airspeed, but obviously, like, that would help. But, like, Kirby's so close to being good. If they had, like, slightly better combo game, or, like, one more kill move, or, like, if up air was actually a kill up air instead of, like, a fake kill up air that kind of kills, like, Kirby could be so good. And I love playing Kirby. Kirby's literally one of the most fun characters for me to play. It still sucks. Another character I think is really bad, and I've got, like, a lot of kind of flack for this opinion, although it's hard to get flack for a particular character because there's 80, is Lucario. Lucario's bad. I think this character's really bad. I think he has very few combos. I think Aura Sphere Pressure is incredibly fake in this game. I think there's just, like, very little for this character to actually do. He has, like, he has the worst charge projectile in the entire game. Can't just kind of rage come back and kill you, because that's not how that works in this game. Like, he doesn't have up throw up air 50-50 like he did in Smash 4. He doesn't have, obviously, like, chain grabs or a lot of the cool stuff like he did in Brawl. Like, people don't live as long in this game. There are so many characters with kill confirms or just kill moves, like Palutena back throw, like Pika forward air or nair down smash. There's edge guarding in this game. There's so many things that can just, like, kill this character early, and it doesn't make enough of a difference. Like, he has aura, because, like, it doesn't matter. Like, character's not fun, not good, does no damage at the beginning. You have to be losing to play this character. Like, 0% Lucario is the worst character in the game. Free. Like, 100%. Like, if Lucario was always at 0%, he would be the worst character in the game by, like, a margin. Like, his buttons are so bad. Like, he's one of the things that it's like, I mean, he's not even that fast. Like, his jumps, he's floaty, so, like, he doesn't get a lot of, like, aerial pressure, because, like, you can't go, like, short hop, aerial if you're a floaty-ass bitch. Like, that doesn't work. Yeah, Lucario's super hard to balance, because if you make him better at 0%, he's, like, fucking here. Or if you make, like, him have a kill confirm, he's, like, here. So, like, whatever. Dabuzz's tier list was so bad. I know a lot about Lucario, but he just loses to so much. Because, like, I think this character could be cool. I loved Brawl Lucario. Brawl Lucario was super sick. Oh yeah, I forgot. Little Mac. Like, I don't think Little Mac is, like, I think Little Mac's about here. Again, I will be reordering this tier just to make sure. I'll, like, look it over after I make the tier, so don't worry. But Little Mac, he's still bad. He's still very volatile. But, like, this character hits. He is fast. He is speedy. He hits so hard. Like, in theory, like, if you placed your moves correctly as Little Mac, he's, like, godlike. But it's impossible to consistently do that, because there are too many unreactable things in this game. Not because, like, lol, the game's lag, but just, like, the movement in this game is just faster. So, like, you know, Little Mac wants to do up tilt on someone's aerial, but they hit it slightly first because their burst range is bigger. Especially because of, like, rising aerials or instant reverse aerials. Like, I think this character is actually very underrated. I know there's the one in Japan that does, like, incredibly well, but this character is, like, pretty good. Like, that's the crazy thing. Like, you know, you can argue a bunch of these characters are pretty good. Like, Kirby got second in France, beat fucking Gluto, and, like, all the other French top players. Lucario exists. Little Mac has got top 25 at, like, Japanese local or Japanese majors. Majors in Japan. Like, there was a tournament that I think, like, Proto Banham got, like, 129th, and this dude got, like, 17th. What? Like, it's crazy. Like, camping him isn't that good because, like, I mean, you have to platform camp him, but at the same time, like, it doesn't help you. It just doesn't hurt him. Like, unless you have a projectile that also harasses him, like Thunder Jolt, Pikachu's broken, or like something that hits down. Like, that's really good, but if you don't, then like, and you're winning, or you're barely winning, or you're losing, you're basically like, okay, I will wait until we fight. Because you're not going to time him out. No one will just stand up there unless you're Wrath. So Wrath, Little Mac is 100-0, but generally not going to, like, do that. Like, Mac is not bad. He's not good. He's still clearly low tier, but he's not bad. I think he's underrated. You can't see why a bottom 10 character in the game is mid tier. That's fair. Ultimate's fucked up. Because I used to, like, the thing is, I used to be one of those characters, or players. Like, I used to be someone that was like, oh my god, fucking people don't understand how tiers work. You know, you clearly can't have, like, 20% of the game be top tier. And then Ultimate came out, and I'm like, oh shit, 20% of the game is top tier. And another, like, 30% of the game is high tier. And then, like, 30% of the game, like, 35% of the game is mid tier. Yeah, I think Corrin's low tier. I think Corrin is the very top of low tier. Like, you could put Corrin in the very bottom of mid tier, but, again, a big thing that you see in this tier, like, it's either inconsistencies, the ability to get camped, or just you're slow. Corrin is slow. Like, doesn't matter that you have a sword. And yeah, Corrin may have a decent matchup against Rosalina and Luma, as we saw Cosmos against Dabuz at Glitch. But also, Cosmos literally won that set 5-0. He just messed up. Like, I think Corrin's still very bad. Pin is not an option. You basically don't have any grounded tools. You're only using aerials because, like, forward tilt's bad, up tilt is good for specifically for juggling, down tilt is bad. I think this character, like, you need decent ground tools in this game. Like, you need decent ground tools in this game, or your aerials have to be so broken that that you make it work. But, like, Corrin doesn't have the ground tools, doesn't have good enough aerials. Good aerials. Nair's really good. Back air's amazing. Like, Corrin back air is still one of the best back air. Well, back airs are broken in this game. Still a very, very good back air. Like, clearly top half or maybe third of back airs for sure. Doesn't matter because all you do is wait. And, like, the edge trapping of this character is mediocre. The edge guarding of this character is even worse. The disadvantage of this character isn't great. Like, you have to respect downer and counter, but, like, no air mobility. Like, in order to have a decent disadvantage, you either have to have an escape tool or good aerial mobility. And Corrin has neither. Like, again, you could argue this character mid-tier. I won't, like, really fight that because I was going to put him in mid-tier and then I was like, whatever. But also, another thing is, if you have a really good fall speed in terms of, like, if you're like a fast faller, you don't need good ground tools because you jump. Like, if you have a good rising aerials are basically ground tools. Like, Pika has down tilt and up tilt and grab, so I don't really need it. But, like, also I have rising back air, which is basically a ground tool. Y'all have to understand that, like, rising aerials are ground tools. But they have to be safe because, like, a fucking Corrin, like, rising fair, rising nair is gonna get you punished by, like, everyone. Mid-tier. The worst character in mid-tier is going to be the Pits. I never learned how to read. Again, I think, honestly, the Pits are very close to being a good character, but again, because they have a lot of decent stuff. They have pretty decent ground normals, they have a good ground speed, they have multiple jumps, pretty decent air speed, but they don't really kill, and they don't really have combos. Like, unless you get, like, the crazy fucking, like, down throw arrow, like, down throw, down air, arrow, fair shit with Dark Pit. And I'm gonna put Pit and Dark Pit in the same place because they're basically the same character. Like, they're very slightly different. I know Dark Pit has different combos in terms of, like, his arrow has more hits done, but also vertically killing with side B's probably going to overall be better, except for edge guarding, but you can just back air. And then Pit has better arrows overall. So, bring back Arrow Loop. I agree, Hazmat. I 100% agree. Brawl arrows were super sick. Like, if Pit's forward throw killed like 20% earlier, if his up smash out of shield was a better option, if he could hit back air ever, like, it would be better. But I feel like he just is so close to having so much and just doesn't have anything. Like, granted, he's not awful, but again, basically everyone, like, in mid-tier, you at least have a really strong part of your game, even with lackluster parts, but you can focus on the good parts or you can mitigate your losses, whereas Pit doesn't have anything good enough to really focus on it. Granted, he doesn't have to mitigate any losses, but I feel like in a game where you can focus on your very strong aspects of your character, or what a lot of people will call your gimmicks because people are dumb, then, like, it just makes it harder to win. Oh wait, I forgot. Bayo's low tier. This character sucks. I'll put her in mid tier. I'll make the Bayo's match. She's still bottom 10. Bayo sucks. Is Bayo worse than Pit? I don't know, it's close. Bayo has edge guards. Bayo has still a lot. Bayo does tons of damage. If you are dying to a kill combo, you're probably just messing up your DI. Or you got hit in a really bad spot. This character's neutral is abysmal. You can't jump versus this character, which can be annoying because a lot of ultimate involves jumping, but her ground tools are so mediocre to the point where almost every character has better ground tools than Bayo. You know who has better ground tools than Bayo? Doc, and Kirby, and Incineroar, and fucking Day-to-Day, and even Ganon, and of course Little Mac, and Corrin arguably has better ground tools than Bayo, maybe even Pit, so you can just fight her on the ground, for sure. So the thing about Bayo is if you don't know the matchup, you're fucked. You have to know the matchup, because you will get hit out of places that you're not supposed to. There are so many things about this character that's just like, if you don't know it, you're screwed. But again, I'm talking in terms of you know the matchup. So again, don't jump, know how to SDI her combos. You can edgeguard this character, which time sucks. There are so many places where like Bayo just struggles. First off, she struggles to kill really bad. Like she has the worst killing in the game, 100%, compared to every other character. So if you don't jump, you play grounded, you punish your disadvantage, kind of like you did in Smash 4, except you're not scared of dying to Witch Time at 5. This character's bad. This character's really bad. Struggles with a ton of characters. Beats Ness, beats maybe Rob, probably even, actually. But like the best Bayo in the world, I would say, is Lima. And Lima is dropping Bayo to play Peach. No offense, Shadow PR, or to me. Love you guys. Like, SDI is a huge problem for her. You can just DI out of her strings if you just know them. Belmonts. I think the Belmonts are mediocre at best. Sorry, Hazmat. Bad. Just bad character. I feel like too inconsistent. If you're like, they have like stuff, but I feel like their stuff doesn't just coalesce. Just this character's not great. I feel like they struggle in a lot of areas. Obviously their recovery is super sus. Their air mobility in general is super sus. If your fucking disadvantage is, will they get hit by this down air? You're not a good character, I'm sorry. Again, decent matchups. I don't think does terribly versus Peach, although Peach probably still wins. I think does pretty decent versus like Luigi, because Luigi can't get in. I know T3 Dom has a pretty decent amount of success versus Elegant. For the most part, like any of the common top tiers, you're gonna get rolled over by Palu, Trainer, Pika's not common, Pika, Pichu, Snake, Shulk. I think there is so much struggle for this character in terms of the common matchups. You can outcamp this character, you can outkill this character. One or two niche matchups doesn't make the character good, unfortunately. Otherwise, Corrin would be good. Thanks for putting Richter instead of Simon. No problem. Isabel's down here. So people think Isabel's low tier, but I don't necessarily. Granted, barely not top bottom 10. Isabel is pretty good. Forward air back. I'm not like pretty good, pretty bad. It's weird. Jab confirms are still good. You get really solid damage with how fast is that move? So jab is frame 3. Pretty good, pretty fast. Combos into literally whatever you want, because you get like jab, 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 F tilt, jab, jab, jab. I think down tilt, down smash, maybe up smash? I might be wrong. But either way, like jab, down smash, jab, F tilt are good enough. She's able to use a close range tool that gets you away, which I think is important. Then you do like fairs, back airs. I think honestly the down B is underrated overall. Like it's not great, but I think it is good. Like obviously the reason that Isabel is worse than Villager is because Villager has a full stage ground projectile in side B, and Isabel doesn't have that. But also Isabel's ledge trapping, in my opinion, is significantly more oppressive, because side B is really hard to get around for a lot of characters. You have the down B to cover roll, and then you just cover neutral, get up and jump, and then you're good. Like, what do you do? But obviously this character does struggle. Disadvantage state isn't great. You have the ability to be reverse pocket and have invincibility, but like just not gonna be good enough to really contend with a lot of the top tiers, but still I think very solid. Like I think Isabel does well versus like all the characters below her. I think Isabel's pretty good. Like not great, but pretty good. Like this is the weird, because it's like, oh, like this character's the 12th worst character in the game. Pretty good. Who's after this? I think Meta Knight sucks. Is Meta Knight worse than Mewtwo? Yeah, Meta Knight's worse than Mewtwo. I think Meta Knight sucks. The thing is, Meta Knight is the literal best counterpick character in the game. Free. If you get laddered by Meta Knight, you lose the matchup. But if you don't get laddered by Meta Knight, he can't do anything. I think Meta Knight is super overrated. He just doesn't have a ton of options overall. Like it's weird because he does, because like down tilt is amazing, forward tilt is amazing, his jab is so good, his edge guarding is pretty good, his two framing ability is really good, but like it just doesn't work for some reason. Like it doesn't coalesce into a character, it just exists. It's weird. It's so weird. He's one of the strangest characters in the game to me, but I don't think he functions well enough as a character. But again, if you're a character that gets laddered, like who was I playing? I played someone on stream the other day, Ridley, for example. Meta Knight easily beats Ridley because dash attack at between 25 and 45 is going to kill you. That's broken. His grab is good, he has really good airspeed, he has so many jumps to the point where his disadvantage is pretty good. He has down B, which is one of the most brokenly designed moves in the entire game, because you have to guess where he's going and you have to guess where he attacks. So it's literally a guess and you have to flash shield. You have to flash shield unless you're just gonna big dick it, but like if you're at death percent, you can't. Like, he definitely is a really good counter pick character, but that's about it. But like, so are the Belmonts. You know, the Belmonts counter pick characters, and they can't, so like, whatever. I think down here is going to be Mii Swordsman. I think Mii Swordsman is the worst Mii. I think there are too few good options for Mii Swordsman to use in terms of the special moves, and he's so slow, and his entire gameplay relies on gimmicking you with Tornado and slow side B into forward smash, and that's it. This character is not great. Yeah, doesn't really have a lot of combos, except for Tornado stuff and like down tilt up air, down throw up air works at low percents, but I feel like it's so sad because I thought this character was going to be really cool. But it's just like mediocre projectiles. Like Chakram's like okay, you have like a pretty decent recovery, but I think the better up B to use isn't Hero Spin, it's double-sided one because that way you can like get edge guards. It's just like not good enough. I think I'm gonna put Mewtwo here. Like Mewtwo, so close to being good because the character has sauce. This character is saucy as hell, like a really terrible ratio of sauce to substance, because this character has so much cool stuff. Really good aerials, forward air, down tilt, you have the kill confirm and side B to fair, you have up throw as a kill throw, you have so much kill power. In general, you have a charge projectile that's really good, but this character is so inconsistent because of the tail. And it's not even inconsistent in terms of like Little Mac inconsistent where it's like, oh, you get thrown off stage and then something happens. Like, there are so many times that you're playing Mewtwo and then random stuff happens that shouldn't happen because lol tail. And that sucks. Like, one of the fastest characters in the game, pretty decent disadvantage state due to the fact that teleport can, 1, edge cancel, and 2, has really low landing lag. It's really difficult for, like, Mewtwo to not get, like, janked in a game. And not in terms of jank, because, like, lol, ultimate is jank, because I don't think it is. But just because tail hurtbox, like, I've got shield poked at random times. I've got so many areas where I'm just like, why did that work? Lol tail. And like, I will actively just throw out random shit against Mewtwo to try to hit the tail, which sucks. Cause like, I think Mewtwo could be better with a better tail hurtbox. Again, people are like, Mewtwo should be heavier. Fuck no, this character shouldn't be heavier. That character would be fucking broken. I don't want another Smash 4 Mewtwo. And also Smash 4 Mewtwo was still light. He just had down tilt and that move existed and also had like Nair footstool disable, which was broken. But like this character has so much stuff, but it doesn't matter because of the way the character functions and because the character is light. Getting hit by accident sucks. DK has so much power. He's so strong. He has gimmicks, he has random kill confirms, he still has ding dong, or sorry, DKO on certain stages at certain percents and stuff like that. But DK just overall is not good. He gets hit by so many true combos. He gets hit by so many things because he's so big that like DI doesn't matter. And obviously this is like a Pika thing, but like he literally cannot DI like up air thunder because he's too big. Like he gets hit regardless, which fucking sucks. Like he has intangibility, he has tons of damage output, but like it doesn't matter how much he hits you for because you hit him and do twice as much, so like relatively it's even. You can edge guard him because he has no vertical recovery, but also his buffs helped. Up B randomly killing you at the side, proc you need to do that more, but like up B just kills you with like 60 at the ledge, like it's fucked up. Like if you have rage, you die, you explode into candy. And not even good candy. And the confetti, it bursts into confettis, like that happens. But it's just not enough for this character to be good. Like he gets gimmicked, he gets hit, he gets edge guarded, he gets advantage stated really hard, like really hard. But he has a good enough like tools in neutral, like he has back air, he has down tilt, stuff like that, that helps. For sure, so he's not nearly as bad as like these heavies, you know? Like, it's a big difference. I mean, DK like before the buffs was like here, IMO, like he was bad. DK mid tier. I think Plant's like okay. Like he has a few very good things. If you avoid those, if you don't get hit by those few things or you avoid them, like he's basically just throwing gimmicks out at you. He's like, I'm gonna super armor, are you gonna swing an aerial? Haha. I'm gonna smash 2E, are you gonna get hit? Haha. Like he does a ton of damage. He kills really early. His ledge trapping is obviously amazing, but ledge trapping is one situation, and you have to get them off stage with mediocre neutral tools. Like, it's not even, it's funny because like you're like, ledge trapping's broken, but like I don't think Plan has like a top 5 ledge trap in the game, maybe not a top 10 ledge trap in the game. I don't know, it's not, I feel like, good. Like, I don't feel like this character's good. Like, fast falling air dodge, like fast fall air dodge hurts this character. You see Patui come out and you fast fall air dodge, and then you can shield and then like grab, or like grab instant throw so that your throw invincibility like covers the Patui. This character struggles for sure. Snake's edge trapping is better. Mii Gunner's edge trapping is better. Fucking Belmont's edge trapping is better. Pikachu's edge trapping is better. Palu's edge trapping is better. Joker's edge trapping is better because you can just spam back here. Samus's edge trapping is broken. Banjo's edge trapping might be better. That one's about similar. There are just enough characters that just kind of like are struggling to, like, characters can get you off ledge reliably and then edge trap you, whereas Plant kind of has to hope you run into shit. But he's also heavy, so he lives a long time. But also his recovery is really exploitable, and he gets 2-framed like a bitch. I'm gonna put Robin down here. Still, like, you know, a lot better. The buffs helped a lot. Robin, I feel like, is a lot better than they used to be, because Robin was definitely bottom 10, and I don't care what Robin players say, and I helped you get buffed, so be grateful for me. But I think this character is, like, really okay. Like, gets edge guarded. If you play passive versus this character, they can't really do that much because their ground moves are awful. Remember what I said earlier about ground moves being important? This character has none. Like, if you are a character that can crouch under Thunder, you automatically win the matchup. If you are a character that edge guards really well, you probably already win the matchup. Like, I know Jewel is really good, and I know Jewel has wins on Greninja players, and does he have a win on Dabuz? Probably has a win on Dabuz. Maybe not his Olimar, but like pretty good. Like, Jewel has done well, and there are good Robin players. Like, Zillion finally won a Shockwave. Like, this character's good, but I feel like too exploitable. The recovery is too bad. The fact that you can run out of Wind Book during an uppy is tragic. You have so many areas where like this character just kind of struggles. It's one of those, like, it's like Bayo, right? Where it's like, don't jump versus this character, crouch versus this character. I don't know, I think like Thunder is okay. Like, if you just walk, if you walk forward versus this character, they really struggle, and you just kind of like don't really get hit by, like, if you stay out of his dash grab range and just wait for them to swing, like, you're going to have a good time, because if they arc fire, you jump over it and hit them. If they start charging Thunder, you wait, or you shield, or you like continue to dash forward because you can't Thunder dash grab. You can only Thunder grab. This character doesn't force you to jump because they eventually, like, the thing is, if Robin didn't run out of tomes, broken. Maybe not broken, but like pretty fucking good, like high tier. Because Robin runs out of Thunder, so if you're scared of Thunder, you just stand there. And they go charge Thunder, and you go okay, and they go shoot, and you go shield, and they go shoot, and you go shield, and they go shoot, and you go shield. And then the Thunderbook goes, oh fuck, I'm gone. And then you go, cool, you can't do that anymore. So then you walk forward because they don't have ground tools. If they didn't run out of Thunderbook, or if Thunderbook had like twice the capacity, this character is so much better. Like, it's not great. If you understand how to fight Robin with the fact, knowing the fact that the tomes run out makes everything way harder. You know, and that's a big deal. Like, Robin's aerials are broken. Kill confirms out the ass. Edge trapping, pretty fucking good. But it's not difficult to not get put in those situations. At least not like 7 times a game, or like 9 times a game, which is what you have to. So, I'm gonna put Ice Climbers next. Again, Ice Climbers, theory, broken. Parrying, broken. Fucking frame advantage with forward air, broken. If you can forward air someone's shield, you get a guaranteed shield break or shield poke into death at 0. Because you do forward air, jab with Popo, Blizzard is Nana. And either shield pokes them with the Blizzard or breaks their shield, and then you get a full combo. And of course, you're gonna 0 to death. Like, character got PGR'd. That doesn't really mean much because this game is so optimal, not so optimal, so balanced. It's insane. Like, this character has so much at their disposal. Side B is an amazing move. The desyncs are all crazy, but one, like, this character is so hard to do. Randomly Nana will mess up. Again, I don't really think that the AI is as bad as people say. Like, I think it's pretty okay, but Ice Climbers, like, struggled a little bit too much, and it's hard for them to keep up with all the meta characters. But God, Ice Climbers is broken. Like, they're so broken, but they're so not. Like, that's the thing about mid tiers. It's like I'm saying, this character is crazy. This character has wins on a bunch of top players like Zackray, like Mutace, like Goblin, I think, like a bunch of other characters. To what extent are the wins because of matchup unfamiliarity? Exactly. I mean, they have a ton of stuff. Like, if you follow any of the Ice Climbers on Twitter, there's like a ton of like random kill confirms. So like 60 with run up jab. Desync, like, stupid. Like, Soy Milk is so cool and so good for Ice Climbers, but again, like, the fact, like, there are so many combo strings that you're going to mess up. You're not going to get all of them. So, like, if you just platform camp till 30%, suddenly you're going to be a lot safer. And then, of course, if Nana dies, you can, in theory, just time them out. You just jump on platforms, but like it's a lot easier to deal with Popo than it is both of them, obviously. But I love this character. I wish they were like better. Kinda. I wish they were better for me, but then still bad. So, and like they just lose too many matchups. Like they still have like a ton of 7-3s, like Pac-Man, the Belmonts. I forgot to mention that in the good matchup for Belmonts. Like the Belmonts, Pac-Man. Pac-Man's like 9-1. I don't know how you play that matchup. Palu, Snake. I feel like Banjo beats the character. Xerxes probably beats the character. Samus probably beats the character. Olimar, Game & Watch. Like there are a ton of characters that just go like, no. I think next is going to be Villager. Again, the reason better than Isabelle, Lloyd Rocket's really good. Tree is kind of amazing. Not necessarily just because Tree, but because you get access to Axe. Better out of shield option because his Nair is better. Obviously, they both have slingshots. The RNG turnips are kind of annoying, but this character has a little bit more control overall than Isabelle does because of that Lloyd Rocket, because you have the ability to just go like, no. Which you get off the ledge for free, you get, not for free, but you get off the ledge easier, you get at a disadvantage easier, you get neutral a little bit easier, you get to take space. Granted, I think Lloyd Rocket kind of sucks in this game. It is so much worse in the Smash 4 variant. Renai, what'd you do to your character? You're designing the game. You are part of the balance team. Why are you messing up your character? This character struggles. This character does not beat Peach. Stop believing Samsora and Mudace. They're so pessimistic. They're like, oh my god, like, I only do 70% off of... Shut up. Oh yeah, also Lloyd Jacket's a thing. That's really interesting. So I think if that gets optimized, maybe the character would be better, which is like a glitch that the Lloyd Rocket like attaches to you, which is kind of sick. Like he's just underwhelming. Again, his disadvantage is like, okay, it's not great. Offstage is still bad. You get edge guarded so hard. You run out of your balloons. It's so much easier in this game, I feel like, to hit both balloons than it was in Smash 4. So it's just hard. It is difficult. I think Bowser Jr. is about here. I think Bowser Jr. is mad underrated. I see a lot of players put this character in like bottom 10. This character got sauce. It's really not easy to deal with side B, honestly. Like most characters just can't kind of deal with side B. They're really cool setups with the Koopaling, although you can obviously shield it. This character has grab confirms for so much percent. This character has a kill jab that is frame 3-4. This shit kills at 100 at the ledge. That is godlike. That is so good. This character's kill potential is insane. I think Ketchup is the best Bowser Jr. personally. Playing both him and Young Eevee, I think Ketchup's a little better. Like, character's good. Like, character has really interesting usages of up B. Character has really cool kill confirms, has the footstool add a shield thing that Gimmer showed in that video, which I feel like no Bowser Jr.'s are doing yet. He has footstool add a shield up B, which kills at like 110. He has footstool side B forward air, which kills really early. Like, it's really important, and Bowser Jr. just aren't doing that. Again, he has pretty good kill confirms regardless of that. Landing fair into up smash. He has forward smash, which is one of the only forward smashes in the game that 2 frames and also kills really early. So like his 2 framing is really good. His edge trapping is pretty okay. He has a hammer that's really good. It does a ton of damage. His ground tools are like okay, but again, he has side B, which is basically a ground tool. So you have to respect it, and then you have to respect his aerial. So it's really awkward to play against this character. Granted, sometimes he takes more damage. Sometimes he dies too early. Sometimes, you know, he dies to things he shouldn't because lol, the kill move, like the combo move hit his body, but the kill move hit his head. Like literally there's a thing for Pika where my down throw is his body hitbox, and then my up, like I can get a body hit up air and then a head hit fair. So he dies at the ledge at like 80. Like that sucks. And I'm sure more characters have that. Like that's just the one I know because I play Pika. So much this character has, I feel like is super slept on overall, like for sure. Who's next? Like dude, there's so many good characters in this game. I think K. Rool is about here. I think this is about right. I think K. Rool is pretty decent. He got a lot better because of the buffs, because now he has a landing tool that has armor that is safe. Like, unless you parry it, you know? The worst thing about K. Rool is the fact that he gets edge guarded super hard, because if you just follow the thing of like grab the ledge, let go, double jump backwards and do your aerial, he gets edge guarded by like basically every single character. He has mad kill confirms. He has basically a free kill confirm at like 130, 140 with like down throw F tilt or down throw up tilt, down throw up smash, down throw up air, stuff like that. He doesn't have great ground tools, but again, Cannonball being better helps a lot because it kind of gives him a forward space if you don't have a reflector. So he's able to go like dash back, Cannonball, dash forward, like crown. Like he has options to play neutral. And this character's advantage state like is pretty strong. He has an invincible up air. He has obviously armor on a bunch of stuff. His edge trapping's kind of okay. He's not bad. He's not bad at all. I mean, you know, obviously people are gonna always talk about the Tweak versus Goblin set where Tweak beat him with K. Rool in a game, but that game sauced. So 2 spikes, pretty decent edge guarding. The ability to like read air dodges up high and go for up B. Like not great, but pretty good. I think Duck Hunt's next. It's so weird, like Duck Hunt is either broken or okay. He has so much like momentum. He has a ton of good aerials and crazy setups, but if you don't have the space or the time to use those setups, this character struggles so hard. He gets edge guarded if you are not scared of Can. He is just able to do so much damage, but at the same time dies super early. Can as a combo break is obviously incredible. Side B is so good, but I feel like a lot of the people just don't, like they're just running in. And you can't run in versus Duck Hunt. You have to like strategically pick your spots and then go in versus Duck Hunt. And like, that's a big deal. I feel like he does struggle against a lot of the top tiers in this game, but fucking this character got top 8 at EVO. Fucking game, dude. Like, Raito's like top 20, but I think this character's like, okay. I might be wrong. Like, he could totally be higher, but I'm just like looking at all the characters left and I'm like, fuck, I think they're better. Like, I think Raito is so good. I think Raito's amazing of a player. But again, I do think Duck Hunt will succeed more in campy metas than in aggressive metas, because campy metas, he gets to set up. And unfortunately, that was his bracket at, you know, EVO. Like, I don't remember, he beat someone that was good first, and I don't remember who it was. But then he beat Shuton, who plays Olimar, and then he beat Dabuz, who plays Olimar, and Rosa. So, like, he plays slow characters. So, like, if you give the character enough time to set up, character's scary. But if you, like, take your spot, don't leave, and then just, like, pressure him in the mid-range, it's crazy. He beat Meister, yeah, I don't know how he did that. Oh, wait, I forgot Mii Gunner. So, Mii Gunner, crazy. Ledge trap setups, ton of damage. If this character had kill confirms, this character would be fucked up. Like, straight up. Like, literally, like, a kill confirm away from being, like mid-high tier. So, I think Mii Gunner is actually, like, pretty good. Better than all these characters. Because, again, the ledge trapping is insane. Neutral beat, not the Samus charge one, like the smoke bomb, is so good. You can either have the good recovery tool or you can have the fucking uppercut punch, which is really good. This character's recovery is okay. I think, honestly, like, I love the bomb, but I think Shine is the best one because you can get head off stage, like, move a little bit, Shine, turn around, forward air, and it makes your recovery so much better. You know, there's obviously a ton of sets you can use for this character, but I think this character is overall pretty good. Like, good spacing tools, pretty good grab. Again, it's a zoner, so things like down smash being good, up B out of shield being good if you use the uppercut one. Like the aerials are okay, like in terms of like nair, down air, up, like up air's pretty good, but like nair is okay, back air's pretty good. Like it's just like a faster plant back air that's weaker. I feel like slept on. I know Katakiri is doing a lot of work with this character in Ohio, I think. And then I think I would put, I deadass forgot about the Miis, I couldn't see them. I think I'd put Brawler here. So Brawler, pretty good, honestly. Pretty fast, crazy safe aerials, really good out of shield options, whether you use the killing up B or the double up B. Has a really not consistent counter, but I love the counter personally, or you have flip jump, a really bad flip jump, mind you. But like this character is just pretty good. Again, like ton of damage actually. Like if you hit a landing nair, which is safe on shield like Fox, you get like landing nair, down tilt, fair dash attack, which is like 35 or 40. You get down throw up air, you get down throw up B with the uppercut up B on a lot of characters. Don't use crescent kick, or not crescent kick, helicopter kick. Not great. Shot put is pretty good. Like it deals a lot of damage. It, you know, can harass people off stage because you can't really edge guard as this character. I personally use the fire side B to make the recovery a little bit better, which is nice. Up smash out of shield, down smash out of shield. Like this character does struggle to kill sometimes, but the edge trapping of this character, in my opinion, is like actually pretty decent. So like, I don't know. I think this character's underrated, and I was one of those people that underrated Mii Brawler. So I'm sorry, Mii Brawler community, but your character's pretty good. I think next is going to be Byleth. Byleth is like pretty good, honestly. Like decent sword character, ton of kill potential. Consistent combos like down throw, forward air is going to do like 25 or something like that. You have landing nair into down tilt into forward air. You have obviously the incredible two framing potential with, you know, down tilt or forward smash or things like that. You know, back air to catch ledge jumps. Like this character can call out movement so hard, but again, the disadvantage of this character is kind of okay at best in my opinion. It's like not even good for a sword character because the air mobility of this character is very low. I think slightly higher than Corrin's. Of course, Leo makes Byleth look high tier. He's the best player in the world and just beats people. But I don't think Byleth is like bad at all. Like definitely a lot higher than my initial opinion of her, which is why I didn't really make a video on her for a while because I didn't really want to do that. But Byleth is like, I love Byleth's nair. Projectile, super terrible. Like literally has two unusable moves in the projectile and down B, which is unfortunate. But Byleth is just like okay. But also pretty fucking good because sword character that kills you with 80, pretty strong. You know, can whiff punish you with side B, with forward smash, can edge guard, can, you know, hit people really hard and disadvantage. I love up tilt and up smash and up air. They're all very good moves. So I think Byleth is like pretty good. Like a lot of things are punishable with this character, but again, you have to get in on this giant sword character, so people are swinging early. Like, you know you're swinging early. And if you overcommit, you get hit by something like a forward tilt or a dash attack or something like that, because the dash attack really, really helps when people are, like, trying to approach you. Also, I feel like it didn't make enough tiers is the thing. Like, I feel like there's a mid-high tier. But I think Falcon's here. If I'm being deadass, like super deadass, I think the backdash thing that every Falcon likes to complain about is a huge, overblown thing. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Like, it's the worst backdash in the game, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't matter. This character is somewhat easy to edgeguard, but again, up B beats shields and is incredibly strong. He has crazy grab combos, his damage is insane, he has a ton of kill confirms. Like, this character has a ton of stuff, but also can't deal with short characters. Sometimes Raptor Boost fucks up. But like, I think Falcon, I think that backdash thing is overblown, but at the same time, this character doesn't edgeguard you hard enough, although he kind of does. Pretty strong. So I don't know, I think everyone complains about this character too much, but at the same time still, you know, like it's crazy because I'm like, oh, this character's pretty good, 50th. Rocking is obnoxious, but also eat a dick. That's what you get for having a really strong kill move that kills at 120 at the ledge. Deal with it. Like, thank God Raptor Boost isn't like broken, because like I think it still kind of is broken, because barely anyone's reacting to it missing the activation and then killing you anyway. I think Zelda's about here too. I think Zelda's a little better than Falcon. Phantom's really hard to deal with. Phantom forward smash, like, Zelda can just choose what option she wants to cover, and like, there's no way to tell because it's so ambiguous, because Phantom is so good. Up a shield is amazing. You have, of course, Neighbor's Love, which is invincibility, so it makes your disadvantage kind of annoying, and like, Wi-Fi Zelda is definitely up here. Like, Wi-Fi Zelda is definitely top 5, but even non-Wi-Fi Zelda, you have up air be amazing. It's really hard to mess with her off stage because she can up B early, she can try to swing back at you with up air or down air depending on where you are. Obviously, she can like B reverse Neighbor's Love away and then like double jump up B, and you're not going that far to edgeguard her like no one is, because she'll just up B early and then grab ledge. Like, the character does a ton of damage, character does a ton of, like, has a ton of kill potential with forward smash and phantom and up smash and up air and of course lightning kicks, and the lightning kicks are pretty damn good. They're not that hard to hit, you know. Ven hits it all the time and it's obnoxious. Granted, this character still has a mediocre disadvantage state because very floaty, very slow, so fast fall air dodge isn't going to be a thing, which I feel like is undervalued for a lot of fast falling characters like Falcon. But fast fall air dodge is really, really good. But Zelda doesn't really have access to it because she falls so slow and her fast fall is like not good. But this character, honestly, the buffs helped a lot, because I think before the buff, Zelda was about like here, and now, again, like 15 characters better or something like that, which is a really big deal. Character's pretty good, honestly. Like, the buffs help a lot. Like, the buffs help a ton. I think this is where I put Diddy Kong as well. Honestly, I might put Diddy lower than this, but I think Diddy's simultaneously like really good and also super overrated, because I think people are really over freaking out about this character for some reason. Like, suddenly everyone's like, oh my god, Diddy's broken, because Diddy happens to do well versus Peach and Zero Suit and Palutena. Although I still don't see the Palutena, but that's what people say. But I think it's even with Peach, beats Zero Suit and beats Palu. And those are very good matchups, don't get me wrong, but that makes the character more like a better version of Meta Knight, where it's a very strong counterpick character. But I don't think this character does particularly well in a ton of other matchups. This character struggles a lot versus Fox, versus Puff IMO, versus Joker, versus Pika, versus Pichu. I think Samus beats the character. Game & Watch definitely beats this character. Mega Man, Mario, Luigi probably, Wolf probably, like the Swordies, or maybe at least Chrom. Like, I don't know, like this character, like Banana's really good, don't get me wrong, but like people are just mashing. Like, stop hitting buttons and you'll be fine. Like, take space, shield. Oh, you got hit by monkey flip. Cool. It's monkey flip. It doesn't matter. I don't know. It's also like I feel like it's not that big of a deal. Again, he does beat top tier characters, so he's very useful, but I do think that people are freaking out very hard over him. You know, in my opinion, before he was maybe like, in my opinion, like here's, and it's like, okay, like I didn't realize how well he did versus Zero Suit, so he goes up here, and you know, Palu, whatever, blah, 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 but like he's not broken. Like, people are putting him in like top tier now because Mars lost to player 1, and like Dakpo beat Gluto. Falco. I think Falco has a very one-dimensional game plan. He has up tilt, and that's about it. Up tilt is so good. Up tilt is so good that like it works, and he has pretty good matchups against a lot of characters. I think he beats Rob. I think he beats a ton of characters because literally it's like, can you deal with up tilt and my advantage state? Cool, I win. But unfortunately, he can't do that versus a ton of good characters because they're either short or they're faster or they have a good disadvantage, and like, there's just a ton that I feel like this character struggles with. But again, up tilt is busted. Busted. It's so good. Like, if Falco had better neutral, he'd be like a really good character, but he doesn't. Like, he's insane based on his advantage state, but he's mediocre at like everything else. His recovery's like okay. His disadvantage is okay. Like, again, he has fast fall air dodge because he's a fast faller, but I don't think he's super great, but at the same time, he's so polarizing that it's like, if you're not ready for Falco, you're gonna lose. Like, if back throw and up throw worked, honestly, I feel like this character would be a lot better, because he'd have kill throws, but they just don't work. Like, you can avoid the laser with good DI, like the same DI. I think up and behind him, you don't get hit by the laser, or it might be down and behind him. I'm not 100% sure. Hero. If you don't get your spells that you need, you lose. Granted, there are actually a lot more spells that are good that help, which is going to be, you know, obviously Oomph, Psych Up, Acceleratle, Bounce, Kaboom. You obviously have your Okos and Whack and Thwack. You have Sizzle, in my opinion, is pretty good. The slashes are pretty good. Like, basically every single spell that this character has is pretty decent, but I think Hero's like pretty good. He's very anti-zoner. His zoning beats a lot of other zoning characters. Like, he beats Duck Hunt, might beat Olimar, might beat Samus, beats Robin, beats like a ton of zoner characters because he gets bounced and goes sup and then zones them, which is crazy. Like, I think Hero, again, is kind of a counterpick character. That's what Salem does against a lot of zoners. Granted, happenstance that a lot of the zoners are Japanese that can't read the spells. You know, I think it's pretty good. Like, I think this character's good. He does a ton of damage. Side B's really good. I think, honestly, neutral B is underexplored because, like, neutral B, like, weak neutral B into, like, fair or back air is, like, definitely real. I think he has a ton of setups with that. I think the Acceleratle combos haven't been optimized yet. Because why would you when you can just kind of play neutral? But at the same time, again, he does lose to Rushdown. He loses, like, hard to Rushdown, in my opinion. Like, I think a character like Mario, Pika, Game & Watch, Pichu, maybe not Pichu, probably Pichu, Fox, Zero Suit. Like, I feel like a ton of characters definitely beat Hero, but Hero's a very good, like, meta check, where it's like, hey, you play a slow character. Like, even, like, I think Hero beats Pac-Man. So, like, good zoners still lose to this character, so I think it's a big deal. Next up is going to be Lucas. I think Lucas is mad underrated. You want to look at this character's frame data real quick? You want to see how insane this character is? Look at this frame data. So, ground moves or whatever. Like, pretty decent. Like, forward tilt's fucking good. It's frame 7, minus 10 kill move. Jab is pretty okay. Like, it's not super unsafe compared to a lot of jabs. Down tilt's minus 6, so you can't really fuck with it unless you have an out of shield 3-frame nair or an uppy out of shield. But look at this nair. So nair is minus 9, which he just lands on you, which is insane. Forward air is minus 2 or 3. Back air is minus 6 at worst. Up air is minus 3. Zair is minus 2. That's insane. He runs at you and does buttons. The only reason this character isn't like broken is because he's floaty. If he was a fast faller, this character would be top 15 easily, but he's not. So his short hop, fair, takes a little bit of time, so you have to guess whether he's going to do a rising aerial. Like, you get to guess whether he's going to do a rising aerial or a falling aerial, and you can guess that because if he does a rising aerial and you shield, then you hit him and you kill him. If you think he's going to do a falling aerial, you see him jump and you hit him. But again, the access to double jump Zair basically means he has a safe poke that also, like, kind of can kill confirms, because you do, like, Zair, 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 down air. So it's kind of messed up. This character's frame data is insane, and then, of course, he has the ability to heal with Magnet. He has the ability, he has a really good disadvantage state, in my opinion. His air mobility is incredible. He has really good ability to just, like, not get hit in disadvantage because he goes Magnet slow down, and you whiff your punish if you've already jumped. Like, I think this character is really, really good. Again, I'm saying really, really good, and there are, this is 6 characters, so 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, like 45th. But I think this character is really good. He does a ton of damage with combos. Thankfully, he doesn't really have a combo throw, except at 0, sometimes down throw fair works. I'm not exactly sure how that works. He's really good. Also, under both Hero and Lucas is going to be Marth. Again, I think it's too hard to be consistent with this character. If someone eventually learns how to tip her all the time, this character is obviously better, like a lot better. But that hasn't happened yet. I know people are figuring out side B finally, which is good. But I think Marth is, like, still overrated in a lot of the people. It's like what a lot of people think. Like, he kills you dummy early. He has Shield Breaker, but, like, he's floaty, which automatically makes him a worse swordsman than Roy and Chrom. He doesn't have as singularly powerful of a neutral tool as Ike. And his edge guarding isn't as good as Lucina's because, whoops, you didn't hit your tipper. It's hard. It's so hard. Like, there aren't true tipper combos except for, like, side B into side B, or, like, tipper into tipper. Like, tipper down air into tipper forward smash is a combo, stuff like that. But has a lot of potential if you can somehow tip all the things. But there aren't enough setups to consistently get stuff that I feel like this character struggles because of it. Honestly, I feel like people be mad sleeping on Ridley. I think Ridley's underrated. I think he gets hit really hard, and he gets comboed super hard. But I think this character is just better than a lot of people give him credit for. He has really good spacing tools. He has forward tilt, he has nair, he has down tilt, he has fireball, which is really good. He has a command grab that kills at like 100 because it drags you across the stage and does like 30%. Like, I don't know. I think this character overall is just slept on. Like, there's not a lot of representation. I know there's the Mexican Ridley nair. I know Zachary's Ridley was giving a ton of people sauce at Summit. The most tragic thing about this character is he's huge and not super heavy. He gets comboed really hard. And then he gets kill confirmed with huge windows, like Inkling's up throw up air is like 40% on him or something like that. But I think this character is very, very good. I think this character is incredibly underrated. The kill potential is insane. Up smash, up tilt, up air being a kill confirm, back air super good, forward smash 2 frames. He 2 frames with fireball, forward tilt, forward smash. If he wants to go off stage, up is really hard to fuck with. Like, I can't fuck with it unless I thunder. And like, again, Pika's edge guarding is really good. So you know if Pika can't edge guard a character, they're probably really hard to edge guard. Of course, he has the threat of side B to recover as well. But I don't know, I just think people kind of write this character off because like, well, he's big, but like, he's really good. I think he's very, very good. So I think Cloud is overrated, but I think this character is so overrated. He's a character with very few combos. Like, he's just neutral, right? He is just neutral because he is side B, he is back air, he is forward air, and he's dashing. He doesn't really have combos. He has a good out of shield option in terms of climb hazard. I don't remember what frame it is. I think it's frame like 7. So it's frame 7. But like a ton of aerials in this game are safer than -7. There is an ability to camp him. There's an ability to platform camp him, actually. Like, up air is really good, but if he has limit and you're at like 80, just fucking like jump on platforms. What is he gonna do? Up air you, in which case you fall. And then you double jump. And then you fall. And if they go for a hard read with finishing touch, they got it. I saw that, whatchamacallit, Spargo got one of those on Nico, and I was like, hell yeah, because I love finishing touch. Honestly, I feel like if more Clouds used finishing touch, he would potentially be better. But they're so scared to, so all you have to worry about is side B and neutral B. And like, they're okay. Like, he doesn't have a good enough projectile to beat projectile characters. He can't really beat zoners. He can't recover. Like, you can edge guard him so easily. Like, obviously the buffs help. And I'm not gonna lie, because I definitely thought Cloud was definitely like here before, like he's bad. But I think Cloud is just okay. Cloud can't kill. Like, up B at a shield didn't kill Samsora at 130 from like full hop height. He has limit cross slash, like obviously limit moves kill, right? Like limit cross slash, limit blade beam, kill. Forward smash kills. Up smash helps a lot. Dash attack helps a lot. But either way, with good DI, like dash attack's not gonna kill me, Pikachu, if he has no rage at like 130, 135 probably. It's not good. He really struggles to kill. And his kill moves aren't safe except for back air, which back air doesn't even kill that early. Like, back air kills at ledge with rage at like 100, but he all he does is play neutral, so he loses neutral once, gets comboed for 60%, or gets hit off stage and potentially dies. So I don't know. I think this character's super overrated. He has the worst grab in the game because it's frame 9 standing, frame 12 dash grab, frame 9 standing. That's worse than Snake's. He doesn't have a single throw combo. I think this is also about where Rosa is. I saw DeBuzz put Rosa in top tier, and I'm very confused about it because I don't know what changed for him about like the patch and everything, because I didn't watch when he was making it. If he'd made it on stream, he probably made it on stream. He's a streamer. I think Rosa's like generally overrated by a lot of people. Like, she's so complicated. Attack canceling stuff is, I mean, again, you just do it, right? Like, doing attack cancels and stuff isn't super hard. If you mess up or you do it in the wrong position, she gets rolled over. It's so easy to kill Luma in this game. She dies to so many things. Down smash is messed up, honestly. Like, down smash is one of Rosa's best moves for no reason, because like Luma down smash makes that move like dummy safe and like super good and really does a ton of shield damage. Side B's a really good projectile in my opinion. Of course, you have Nair and up air, which are good moves. You have the edge guarding with back air and down air and just like ledge trapping and stuff like that. No one complains about her. No one talks about her. No one talks about the counterplay of this character. Like, people talk about Pikachu more, even if I'm really the only good Pikachu. Like, I don't know if there are like okay Rosas, because there are at least like okay Pikachus. There are other Pikachus that sometimes get wins, but like I know. Wait, there's obviously Kirihara, right? There's DeBuzz and Kirihara, because Kirihara's amazing. But it's those two, right? And then I don't know who's below them. Again, like, I'm glad this character's going up, because I think she is super fucking cool in this game. Like, again, the matches are going to be slow generally with her. Has a ton of cool setups. Like, I think she's more of a puppet character now than she was, as opposed to like, jump, 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 grab, up air, dead. Like, that was what the character was before. And now the character's like actually really cool. I could definitely see Rosa being like actually high tier, maybe bottom of top tier, if like they optimize a ton of shit, but they haven't yet. So for now, I'm going to put the character in borderline high tier. So first off is going to be Puff. People underrate the fuck out of this character. I think Puff's good. Actually, incredibly good. Character has a ton of kill setups. Pound is amazing. Air mobility is great, so the disadvantage is pretty good. The only way to beat this character is to have fast, spammable moves that wall her out, but that's not really going to be the case as a lot of characters. Base Mage is incredible, Cannon Red, who's really good, and again, like, Pika wins this matchup. Like, I learned it very quickly because I had to, and like pretty solidly in my opinion, like probably 6-4. So it's not like Puff does well versus Pikachu, and that's why I think that. I just think Puff is pretty good. You have amazing edge guarding, you have the ability to put people off stage with forward throw, and consistently get edge guard situations unless they have a move, or unless they have like a get out of jail free option in terms of disadvantage, like flip jump or quick attack or bouncing fish and things like that. The reason I'm comparing to Pika is because people go, oh my god, your tier list is your character matchup chart. She has a really good nair, really good back air, well, strong back air. Got a wing on Arfang, yeah, like, it's insane. Like, this character's good. I don't think does poorly versus Zero Suit. I don't think does poorly versus Peach. I don't think does poorly versus Pichu. I don't think does super poorly versus Mario or Inkling or Bowser, or Wario might even be good. Probably not, but like I don't think she's that bad. I think she's super underrated. Like, yeah, you can't just hold forward with this. You can't just like hold forward and forward air. That's not gonna work. But that doesn't work for like any fucking character that's not named like Pika or Swords. I think Luigi's here. I think Luigi is overrated, but has some shit. Because like, obviously, I was a very big Luigi naysayer. I put Luigi in like bottom 10 previous tier list. Luigi is good. Luigi's very good. He has obviously the 0 to deaths, although those are SDI-able. I don't know if you can hit SDI backwards with Luigi and still get the combo. He has kill confirms with down throw up B, which is literally just a 50-50 on DI. I don't know if you can react to it. He has a ton of random kill confirms. What Elegant did like yesterday on Twitter, like down throw, down air, nair, land on platform of stadium, down B. Character kills out the ass. But again, the reason I'm putting this character in borderline high tier instead of high tier is because, again, the character is inconsistent. Elegant will do really well at a major, and then really mediocre at one, and then really good at the next one, and then really mediocre, and then get like 7th at his local. It happens. Like, the character is inconsistent by nature, because if you don't get those grabs and you get edge guarded, suddenly you're going to struggle. He loses to literally every zoner. He loses to basically every sword character. He loses to some rushdown characters. Luigi loses to Banjo, and Pac-Man, and the Belmonts, and Mega Man, and Samus, and maybe and probably Duck Hunt, and probably like Mewtwo, maybe Plant, maybe Villager, maybe Isabelle. Like, character struggles versus projectiles, struggles to be consistent. If this character was consistent, if his recovery was like a little better, broken. But again, a lot of people aren't respecting the frame 1 down B. They're not respecting the escape buttons that this character has. But if you like up tilt as a character and then wait, they will do something. If they air dodge, you punish it. If they down B, you punish it. If they nair, you punish it. And if they double jump, now they're Luigi without a jump. And then if you hit them off stage, they die. I have 2 more characters for this tier, which the first one's gonna be Wii Fit. Wii Fit is super underrated in my opinion. I know a lot of people sleep on this character because there's not like a solid Wii Fit main, except for Varun, who doesn't travel. But like, this character's good. Ton of damage, pretty good projectiles, really hard to mess with off stage, pretty good edge guarding, kill potential out the ass when you have deep breathing because you have back air, you have the smash attacks, you have neutral B as a kill move, you have up air, you have a ton of things like good character. I don't know, I feel like people are sleeping on this character because again, there's not like a top, they don't have like a top player representative. Has better limit, has the ability to get it like all the time. You heal, you zone people. Like, I think Wii Fit loses to short, for sure. Like, that's a struggle because the hitboxes aren't that great. I don't know, I think this character has a pretty decent matchup spread. I think does pretty well versus zoners because you slowly heal over time. You have, again, stupid kill potential. You have tons of damage if people mess with you off stage or like are edge trapping you. Then John Numbers just fucking ledge camps. But like, ledge camping isn't even like, it's pretty good, but it's not like even the best strategy that this character has, like, at all. And then the last character for this tier is going to be Banjo. I think Banjo's underrated overall. People just kind of shit on the character because they're annoying. So yeah, Banjo's like pretty good, honestly. I think Banjo is underrated. Again, has the ability to zone with the neutral B and the down, more specifically the down B, and of course like walling hitboxes like forward tilt and back air and stuff like that. But I feel like this character actually has a decent amount of aggressive tools. Not like super safe, but like because people are going to be like running at you because they think you're going to be camping. If you go for like aggressive like down tilts to set up tech chases to then get side Bs, if you have like a bunch of like jump reads or the ability to like cover people's jumps with like, let's say you like forward tilt and you will like jump turn around grenade, and then if they run into it you get a back air or like a forward air, then they don't have a jump and then you can edge guard them or ledge trap them. This character's 2 framing is one of the best in the game, in the entire game. Down tilt, side B, forward smash, forward tilt angle down. Of course, the projectiles can all 2 frame, which is insane. Down tilt sends a terrible angle. Like, there are a ton of characters that just die. Like, you're off stage, you get down tilted, and then if you don't have a jump, you actually just keep getting down tilted until you die. That move lingers for so long. So I think this character is honestly underrated, but still not like super great. Again, there are 36 characters better, but that's just kind of the nature of Ultimate, so it's not really Banjo's fault, you know? The ability to camp, Wonder Wing is broken, of course, you only have 5 of those, but again, up air, even though it doesn't do a ton of damage, is still great for an advantage tool. You know, for like characters fast on the ground, has multiple jumps, so really hard to mess with recovery, a very versatile recovery because of the grenade grabbing. So I don't know, I don't think that Banjo's bad. Yeah, and that's gonna be the end of Borderline high tier, and then we're gonna get into actual high tier, who I think the lowest member is Sonic. I think people right now are slightly overrating Sonic. Of course, my informed opinion, I can definitely understand why people think this character is super good, but I think right now a ton of people are going to be like, are kind of overreacting, and they don't know the matchup because the character kind of shot into meta all of a sudden. Not in Japan, but also Ken's not doing as well in Japan as he was before because they're kind of learning how to fight the character. Wrath right now is making huge waves, good stuff to him. I think Wrath is an amazing player, super patient, abuses the fact that it's like, hey, are you gonna be impatient? I'm going to win. And that's fine. You know, Wrath has like never been upset in bracket, in Ultimate. Like he's so good. I do think this character does struggle with hitboxes that are better, that can beat outside B and neutral B. If you are patient and just trying to react, you can react to these moves, throw out forward tilts, throw out, you know, bigger aerials. If you if people understood how a homing attack worked, which is basically like whichever way they're spinning. So like let's say you are fighting a Sonic and they're spinning. So if they're spinning, again, I'm doing it based on mine, not what's on this stream. But so if they do if the homing attack is spinning counterclockwise, they're going to go to the right, where if it's spinning clockwise, they're going to go to the left. So if you really pay attention to that, you can know what side you're going to punish them on. Of course, if you sidestep it, you get a punish, but sidestepping a move that you can change the timing of is unrealistic, and I hate when Sonic players say that, because like, oh, just fucking sidestep. It's like, oh, sidestep the move you can charge. Like, I don't know, I think that's a pretty big deal that you really have to be able to do that, so it's important. You know, obviously, character's really fast. The ability to whiff punish is super strong. The ability to catch aggression is really important, but if you have projectiles, Sonic doesn't. So you can wall him out with projectiles as long as you're not using really committal projectiles that will get you punished by Sonic. I think forward air is incredible for this character. I think the edge guarding of Sonic is honestly really underrated. Of course, you can 2-frame with forward smash, so this character has a bunch of tools. If you don't get hit by forward smash or back air, kind of struggles to kill a little bit, but also that's saying like, hey, never get read by jump, or never get 2-framed, or never get like whiff punished with forward smash, which is hard to say. I do think like people figured out how to play the character. Now people have to figure out how to play against the character, which is just as important. So right now I think they're benefiting a little bit from character inexperience, but you know, the character will still probably land in like very high mid tier / high tier. I don't think top tier. I don't think top tier at all. I think the matchup charts that a lot of the Sonic players make are ridiculous. But again, I don't play Sonic, so whatever. I think Toon Link's down here. I'll put Toon Link below Sonic. You know, that's fair. But so Toon Link, I think, is underrated overall. Zoning, obviously, Boomerang and Bomb, obviously, are incredibly important. The problem is, again, I feel like what put Toon Link lower, in my opinion, is floatiness. Like, it has been like the last couple months where I've really noticed that like being a fast faller helps not only for like, you know, your disadvantage and your like neutral, or not only for your neutral because you can like tomahawk and like empty jump shit, but because fast fall air dodge becomes an incredibly valuable tool. And Toon Link doesn't have access to that because he's a slow faller, so he's good. He does a ton of damage. F tilt's amazing, down tilt's amazing, up tilt's amazing. Well, down tilt's okay. I think Jab is pretty good. Again, Zair is really good. The buffs did happen for Toon Link, but obviously they were less impactful than Young Link or something like that. Has a ton of kill confirms. The fact that Bomb doesn't scale with Rage means that Bomb fair going to kill Dummy early. I think this character's good. I think this character's really solid, but not as solid as I used to think just because of the floatiness. Yeah, Bear works now, but it's funny, Bear hitting a frame earlier means that things that were 1-frame combos, like 1-frame perfect combos, now don't work because it hits earlier, which is funny. Again, I think if you run into this character, you're going to get botted. You have to not patient, but like consistent, you know, steady approach, and not just like trying to run in there, because that's not going to work unless you play like dummy good characters. Next up is going to be Ness. I think Ness is very good. Magnet being a neutral tool, honestly, like single-handed, like Ness having better add a shield options and a better neutral tools is why Ness is better than Lucas, because Lucas has rising aerials that are better than Lucas's. Ness has way more kill potential overall because you have back throw, you have yo-yos to 2-frame up smash, you have back air, you have up air, you obviously have the best kill throw in the game. This character is very strong. You have kill confirms with magnet into double jump, reverse magnet into back air. You have a ton of good stuff with this character. Gact has been doing incredibly well recently. You have Bestness doing well. Foe doesn't really go to majors, but if he did, he would probably perform quite well. Like, this character does does lose a decent amount of matchups. Don't get me wrong. This character loses to some zoners, some sword characters, but, you know, it can struggle with them. Maybe Bayo, lol, right? Like, Bayo might beat Ness. This character's still really good. PK Flash is underrated. It's actually a really good air dodge bait, and then you get confirms off of it if it hits. Or, of course, you hit them for air dodging, which is stupid. You have Ness being able, like, everyone's like, just edgeguard Ness, but that is so scary because PK Thunder, like, his PK Thunder is so fast and the tail has such a big hitbox that it is really easy to just get hit by PK Thunder, the tail, and then you get comboed into the final hit. There are a lot of setups and reads into PK Thunder. There's just so much kill potential and scariness for this character. This character also steamrolls really hard. You get hit by a single PK Fire into like fair double jump nair or fair like magnet nair, and then you're just off stage, and then PK Thunder is one of the best tools in advantage in the game. If you don't have like a fast fall air dodge as a fast falling character, it's stupid. Like, this character hits everyone. This character can kill Snake off the top. This character gives Pikachu a disadvantage state. This character gives Zero Suit a disadvantage state. Like, this character is good. It's so hard to respect everything this character does unless you have a huge hitboxes, because it's hard to respect PK Fire and forward air and nair and dash attack. But of course, if you're dashing back to try to whiff punish those moves and they just run forward and then wait, they now are putting you in the corner where now you're going to die earlier. You have less options. If they read roll, you get back throw or up smashed. If they read jump, you get forward aired, back aired, or up aired. This character's hard. Like, the only way to beat this character is if you have insane aerial mobility to the ability to get around a bunch of stuff, and then you also have a sword. But like, Gact beat fucking Kome. I think Ike is next. I think Ike is still high tier. He's a solid character. Everyone knows what Ike does. He's gonna nair. He's gonna try to bait you with movement. He's gonna run up and grab you sometimes. He's going to kind of like mess with you and get nair into forward air or up air or back air. Like, Ike's good. Ike is a good character. Ike is really solid. He's probably like one of the most fundamentally solid characters in the game. You know, it's like him, Lucina, Mario, but I think Ike is very, very good. He has really consistent killing. He has a surprisingly hard to deal with recovery because high quick draw is actually kind of broken because you have to respect it because it goes all the way across stage. It is not easy to edgeguard this character unless you like hit it, like spike him, in which case then you just kind of like hit his up B, which is not super difficult. He has the ability to two frame with eruption. He has the ability to get like an air up B at the ledge, which just kills you. Like, you know, Ike, like Ludwig, has a very simple plan, but a very effective plan, and it always works no matter what he's doing. Of course he loses matchups, but I don't think he loses matchups terribly, you know? The plan is simple, but it's so good that it doesn't matter. I think Bowser's up here. Not like, or I guess down here. A lot of people put Bowser higher than this, but Bowser does a ton of damage. He has really good throw combos. He has a really good out of shield option, pretty good ledge trapping. He has Flame Breath, which is stupid. He has kill confirms. He has a 6-frame command grab. Character has a ton of offensive tools. However, his disadvantage is super overrated. Every Bowser just fucking mashes down air and down B. Just shield, wait for the down air. If it's down B, sidestep it or roll away and then punish him. He should take so much damage. He is so bad at getting off the ledge. Yes, I know that ledge hop side B is technically unreactable. However, if you keep yourself slightly farther away than ledge hop side B, you can just hit him for doing whatever, because if he ledge jumps, he has to still down B or down air or get down somehow, which he shouldn't be able to. And if he does anything else, you just hit him for it because he's huge. So you can hit him with like moves that you shouldn't ever be able to. This character also struggles a lot with advantage, like getting advantage stated in general or getting comboed. Like, he has struggled like recovering, so edge guarding super hard, like for him to deal with. But at the same time, he can two frame with down tilt and forward tilt. He can two frame with flame breath. He can do a ton of damage. Like, if you aren't playing perfect versus this character, you get blown up. If you mess up like one thing, suddenly an entire stock spirals out of control and you die. But I think overall this character is overrated. I think it is why Leon has been struggling a little more, as people are just getting a more solid advantage state and not running into stupid stuff. I think next is going to be Sheik. I think Sheik is very good now. I think she is an incredible character. The only problem with this character is she does not have big hitboxes. She struggles with the trading game, and that is the one flaw of this character, because if characters are swinging hitboxes out at her when she's also swinging out hitboxes, she will lose because she doesn't have random kill moves. She doesn't have things that she can just throw out to get kills with just like raw kill moves. However, she has needles, and she has forward tilt, and she has mostly those two, and down tilt. So you're going to be able to get a ton of kills and a ton of damage with this character. You have the raindrop, which is like forward tilt into up air land on platform, fall through up air up smash, which is insane. She has needles into up smash. She has needles into up air into forward smash probably. She has forward tilt up air forward smash. She has forward tilt up air down smash. She is a good character. I talked about this character a lot in a video that I made fairly recently. So if you want to go check that out, I would recommend it. This character has a -7 needles, aerial needles. She gets them so quickly, she can camp with them. But again, if she's playing a character with big, strong hitboxes like Ness, I think this character can struggle pretty hard. Like sword characters, just characters that just do like a ton of damage with one hit, because she's going to lose the damage war. Even if she does 40%, 50% off of a combo, she's gonna die really early because she can't consistently get kills, unfortunately. And then of course, she's light, so she's going to die, which sucks. I think she's good though. Like, I think her disadvantage state's really good. I think her edge guarding is pretty strong. I think her edge trapping is super underrated. You know, Void missed a lot of nairs, but that was him fucking up more than Sheik not being able to. You know, people always say like, oh, well, she has to do 13 moves to do fucking 35%, whereas this character can hit you like with a jab and do 35. It's like, okay, but Sheik's moves are like -2. It's okay to not do 60% with moves that are -2 on shield. Like, that was what happened in Smash 4 and it fucking sucked. But it's more like characters like Joker, like the Shotos, like Pac-Man, like Trainer, like Snake, that can give her more of trouble. Granted, Void's very good versus Snake, so maybe that's not actually that bad. Like Wario. Yoshi's still damn good. Yoshi is obnoxious. Double jump armor, really good out of shield options, really consistent damage, pretty good kill options. You have jab down B, you of course have up smash, you have back air, you have nair to kill, you have forward air to kill, you have forward smash. If you can get like back air 1-2 drag down, which is insane. Like landing back air actually does confirm into up smash and forward smash, which is super fun. What is back air? Oh, shield. That's only -8. But Yoshi's like pretty good. I think I have overrated Yoshi, and a lot of people put Yoshi higher before we learned how to play the game. But again, people are getting better at advantage state in this game. So it's like, oh, Yoshi used their double jump. Cool, I'm gonna hit them anyway. Granted, only certain characters can really do that, because if you're not fast enough to keep up with Yoshi in the air, so you can keep up with like dashing, or like with their like general air mobility and then the Beerverse air mobility, like it's hard, you know? But I think Yoshi's good. Like, I think Yoshi's a really solid character, not top tier, but definitely in my opinion, high tier for sure. Yeah, the fastest air mobility in the game, the ability to Beerverse Egglay, wave bounce Egglay. Like, this character has a ton of options. Sometimes it feels like Yoshi has to hold forward to get a lead back, because eggs aren't good enough to like make openings. They just kind of hit you for 8%. But then if you're camping with eggs and you're like, if I'm winning versus Yoshi and they're camping eggs, I'm just like, cool, shield, parry, T-jolt, parry, like it happens, right? Like, I think Yoshi's good on Triplats, on Stadium, on Lilat, maybe on Town, but like you have a lot of higher level reps, right? You have Meme from Mexico, who like almost beat Tweak, or I guess should have taken Tweak to Game 5, but has beat many players. I think he beat Meister at a Mexican tournament recently. You have Ron, of course, PGR'd. You have Suarez, who's PGR'd last season. You have Raptor. There are a ton of good Yoshis, but like this character's good. This character has good reps, but does lose to a ton of top tiers. And basically, the only reason the high tiers aren't higher is because they lose to top tiers, or they're not as good as the top tiers, and that's basically it. I think next up is Ken. I think Ken is pretty good. Obviously, the buffs help down smash being weird. The Tatsu buff is honestly the most important buff for this character. I don't even remember what the buffs were, to be honest. So Ken does a ton of damage, obviously. He has crazy combos. He's safe on shield with like all of his tilts and the canceling and the blah, 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 blah. You know, everyone knows the Shotos deal a ton of damage and they fucking kill you. Obviously, he's a cheeser, but again, I do think that people don't, like, I think a big deal is that Tatsu isn't as good. Like, one of the reasons I thought Ken was better than Ryu. And now with the buff, I think Ryu is better than Ken, because single-hit Tatsu is better than multi-hit Tatsu. Like, I think Ken's Tatsu super overrated. Like, you can just kind of SDI it up and then landing aerial as, like, the majority of characters. But I think Ken, like, you can hit him out of his Tatsu, or you can punish him for doing Tatsus, which is unfortunate if you just SDI up. Of course, if you're not like a fast faller. If you're a fast faller, I'm sorry, like you get fucked. He's less consistent at killing because his Shoryu is worse than Ryu's overall, unless you get medium Shoryu, but that's only for the up air combos, in which case you should be banning Battlefield versus Ken. But like, this character is good, again, don't get me wrong, like very good, not much worse than Ryu, but I think is slightly less rewarding and less forgiving. Like, he's faster, for sure, but also everyone knows what you're gonna do. Like, you're going to run up and down tilt. Everyone knows you're going to run up and down tilt for both characters. But again, Ryu's Tatsus are better, so he's able to play a little bit more passively. Like, he has Crescent Kick, but Crescent Kick kind of sucks. Crescent Kick F Smash isn't really. You can do Crescent Kick up air, sure, but like I don't know. I think this character's overrated. Link. I think Link is obviously really good. Theory Link is like top 10, right? Where your foot's dueling out of shield and killing people with bomb. But right now, he's not as good as Young Link because he doesn't have as much control. The thing about projectile characters is they want as much control as possible. They want to control your jumps, they want to control your movement, and Link doesn't have the ability to do that, as well as Young Link, and as well as some other zoners like Pac-Man. So, he has incredible aerials, don't get me wrong. His Nair is incredible, it's super safe, what is it? Yeah, Nair's -2, Fair's -7, like back air's -3, like this character's safety on shield is fucking insane. Don't get me wrong. But again, his short hop is like you're gonna have like full hop landing there, in which case you should be getting parried. Also, since you're falling for a couple frames, it more makes it like -4, -5, and then a parry makes it 8 frames, and everyone has an 8-frame ground normal. So I think you can just parry a lot of the landing aerials. Up B out of shield is gonna be really important, of course. The kill potential of this character is insane. You have up smash out of shield, you have up B, you have forward air, you have forward tilt, you have up tilt, you have up smash, you have bomb, you have boomerang into fair, you have a lot of good stuff for this character. The ability to edge guard, the ability to do a ton of stuff. However, you know, it sucks because there's the dichotomy of it, right? Because you have so much broken bomb combos and Z-drop stuff and all that type of stuff, which is, like, it's real, right? Like, all that stuff is real. However, the more you use that, the less you're going to have bomb to help you recover, which if you don't have bomb to help you recover, it sucks. Like, his recovery is not good if you don't have bomb. So you need bomb, which means you can't use it as an aggressive tool. That's one of the reasons why T didn't really get edge guarded, is because he always had bomb to recover. But if you're not using bomb to recover, you're not using as much, like you're not edge trapping as hard, you're not getting out of shield punishes as good, you're not doing anything like that nearly as well as if you had bomb. But if you try to pluck it and it doesn't work and you throw it and then you get hit for it, you might die, which sucks. So it's kind of like the weird dichotomy of Link, and I feel like the only reason why he's not easily top tier. I think Pichu is an incredibly strong offensive character that does a ton of damage, kills you super early, has really good edge guarding, has thunder, has a ton of cheese, has low percent kills, so much, so much. But the character has negative range, and the character has zero ability to deal with zoning because they are the lightest character in the game and hurt themselves. If T-Jolt didn't do damage, Pichu would be top 15, maybe top 10 still. If just T-Jolt didn't do damage to himself. But like, the fact that your main approach option and your main camping option deals you percent means that you can always just camp Pichu. Not great hitboxes, just not enough to really make this character work. The aggression, super strong, but you get zoned, you get camped. That's gonna be like a big deal, right? Still good. I would still be scared of Pichu. Probably this is Ryu. So a lot of the stuff that I said to Ken obviously applies to Ryu. Does a ton of damage, kills super early. Obviously, focus is a good disadvantage tool. The recovery is like pretty okay. But the reason that I'm putting Ryu over Ken is the fact that Ryu has more shield break setups than Ken. Because I know Ken has like the weird like the hold crescent kick, but Ryu has Tatsu. So that means you like do a landing dare down smash Tatsu and it fucking just pops. And it doesn't shield poke, because Ken's thing a lot of the times will shield poke, which is fine. But having your shield broken against this character fucking sucks. Like, it is not fun. So it's hard. And again, he's more consistent. He's better at trading. He's more consistent at killing. Tatsu is scarier to mess with because of the fact that you have, you know, single hits equal death. Like, he's a little slower, sure, but he also has a better Tatsu. He has a better Hadouken. He has red fireball as well. So like I think he's a little better. Greninja's here. So Greninja honestly is a good character. You know, 25th is wild because I used to think this character was like top 10. The lack of out of shield options is huge. This character doesn't have out of shield options. If you can find a way to pressure this character, you win. Not you win, but like you get in. And this character relies on dash back and roll away. So if you're ready, like if you're expecting this player, like a player of Greninja, to be defensive, you can just overcommit your aerials and your approaches that like you're gonna be fine. Like you're gonna easily be able to hit it. You're going to easily be able, not easily I guess, but like you're going to be able to hit him. You're gonna be able to get big combos because he's a fast faller. But it's hard for Greninja to do anything to big pressure situations. Like you have to rely on like a counter for projectiles. His combos are insane. Dash attack, up air, down tilt, into up smash, you know, dash attack, back air, blah, 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 blah. Like all that type of stuff is really good. There's a ton of reps for this character. You have Leia, you have Venia, you have JW, you have Stroder, like a ton of characters that are good, or a ton of players that are good with this character. But I feel like it's a character that people just like swinging where people are and not where people are going to be. So a lot of people don't overcommit into where Greninja's going to be. Of course, yeah, then like you have the European ones as well. Like I was talking about like Japan and America, but then you have, you know, Tarek, you have Alexiao, you have iStudying. Like there's a ton of Greninja players for some reason. So he has a mediocre grab. He only has Nair as an approach option, or like run up dash attack, and dash attack is punishable on shield by most like dash grabs. Like if you're doing an aerial one, you can parry a lot of the airs because they're going to be the same timing because the short hop is so low and he doesn't have rising aerials to save his fucking life except for back air, which is like okay, So you just end up parrying and you can punish him super hard. But he's good. He's like a good character. His advantage is insane. He has up B to edgeguard. He has counter to edgeguard characters with, hitboxes on their recoveries, of course. Terry's up here. So Terry, again, the reason I'm putting him over Ken and Ryu is just because I think his neutral's a little bit better. He has a more varied neutral. He has the ability to obviously do jab jab power dunk or jab jab up B if you're SDIing for the power dunk. He has Buster Wolf, which is stupid. He has Power Geyser, which is also insane. He has really good neutral tools. His F tilt is really good. F tilt into crack shoot is good. Down tilt into everything is really, really good. Like down tilt, jab, Buster Wolf is a thing. His character does damage out the ass. He has grab combos, which Ryu and Ken don't, granted only at 0, because you get down throw, up air, up B, which is like 35, which is insane. Granted, it only works that one time. But like Terry is just good. He has good killing in terms of dash attack as well. Like his dash attack just kills. He has back air. I think his disadvantage is worse than the Shoto's, but also he has power dunk, which is good. Like power dunk is really, really good for just getting out of spots that are awkward, and it's pretty safe on shield, and it gets you out of situations. Like if someone jumps at you to try to juggle you and you power dunk, you're probably not going to get hit by anyone else. Like I don't think he struggles a little bit with zoners. I think that's about it. Basically, maybe like Pika. I think he's just a good character. I think he's a very strong character. The fact that you can like negative edge, nair, side beat is really good. And he's still relatively new. Like he didn't have an entire game to learn how to play the fucking characters. And he doesn't have he can't like piggyback off of another character to learn neutral. Like he had Terry's different. Terry's new. I mean, it's not like opinion based. I'm very informed and I understand a lot of characters and I understand a lot more than, let's say, a random person that just watches. I think Samus is one of the best zoners in the game. I think Samus is an incredibly strong character. She has the ability to catch jumps with forward air and nair. She has the ability to make you jump with bomb. And if you don't jump because of bomb, then she charges charge on, then she just continues to do it anyway. This character is strong. Really good kill potential. The buffs helped a lot because up throw is dummy good now. Dash attack is dummy good. Down smash is dummy good. Like this character has so many tools. You get a ton of damage off of random straight up airs and forward airs and grabs at low percent. And of course, charge shot can confirm into dash attack, into grab, into back air, into stuff like that. So like quick as second in Europe. Joker is amazing. Joker the player is amazing. YB's amazing. Like there are a lot of pretty good Samus players that are doing really well. I think this character's matchup spread is pretty good. I think loses to Fox, loses to Lucina, Pika, but like maybe Game & Watch, but like doesn't really lose bad to many characters at all. The ability to B-reverse and use bombs makes it so that her disadvantage isn't as bad. Boring to me, I don't like playing her that much because she's kind of boring, but the Zair buff honestly helps a lot with that because one, you get more of an offstage pressure tool in terms of like the Zair and then, boom boom. So it does like 7% or something like that. Of course, Samus and Dark Samus are slightly different, but I think the double jump being better for Samus because you get smaller to get out of combos is about equivalent to the shorter knit, like the being shorter so that your charge shots hit the ledge and shit like that. Although I would definitely pick Dark Samus in matchups where the ledge thing matters. And like Samus is also frustrating because like there's never a right answer because if they continue to charge shot when you expected them to not, then you get hit. Or you waste your approach or something like that. So it's Young Link time. So I think Young Link, obviously really high on people's radars right now because of Toast's amazing run at Frostbite. But I think Young Link is an incredibly solid character, has really good zoning, is incredibly fast, has dumbass confirms because of arrow, because of boomerang, because of bomb, because of down tilt. This character is just very varied in what they want to do. The main flaw of this character is the disadvantage of this character is okay at best. Recovery of this character is not great. Of course, you can get in the way of tethers going to the ledge, which is something I feel like a lot of people forget. Like you can interrupt the tether, so then do the aerial, assuming it's not like an upbeat tether like Joker's or Ivysaur's and things like that. You can get in the way, so Young Link loses that ability, and then upbeat is exploitable. It doesn't go, it goes far, but like because Young Link is a fast faller, it doesn't have as much drift as, let's say, Toon Link's or Link's overall, in my opinion. You can't really use bombs to explode because you don't have as much time like Toon Link, and I think his bomb explodes a little slower. So this character, again, really good, does a lot of good stuff, but honestly, it's incredibly powerful. Like, a lot of safe kill confirms, or a lot of safe combo starters, a lot of safe kill confirms, really good aerials, ton of damage. How much damage does down tilt do? Down tilt does 10 without the 1v1 bonus, which means it does 12.5, and it's fucking -7. Also, jab 2 is -7, so you literally have to guess whether they're going to jab 2 or jab 3, which means that jab is just like safe mix-up. The killing is going to be a bit better now because you have up B to up air, you have bomb to up air, you have Zair up smash, you have like a lot into up. Down tilt up air is a thing if you DI in, because you don't want to get hit by like the up B or the forward air. Like, this character's good, but again, I feel like very slightly worse than a lot of the top tier characters. So that's basically the only reason why. Just outside of top 20, Mega Man is so good. Pellets are so good at zoning. You have forward air, back air. You have one of the best out of shield options in the entire game with Z-drop Metal Blade out of shield, which confirms into grabs at lower percent, into up tilts at higher percent, which is insane. Kamame obviously plays this character like Diddy Kong, and he's honestly just a better Diddy Kong. He has an incredible item that confirms into stuff. He has a pretty good, hard to mess with recovery. I mean, you can mess with it, obviously, because it doesn't have a hitbox, but, like, it's pretty, like, okay. His zoning is obnoxious. Pellet is so good. Pellet, Metal Blade, Leaf Shield is incredible of a move to just get out of disadvantage because you get to land basically for free, and then if you go double jump footstool, you can't punish it. Granted, then you footstool and you're above someone, but then you, like, drift away, throw Metal Blade down, catch it with Pellet. Like, it's so hard to just keep this character on lock. Obviously, Kamame has had amazing results. Scat's been PGR'd both seasons. You have a bunch of other Mega Man players. You have Morpheus from South Florida, the Yeti, who's amazing. Like, this character is very, very strong. The only reason this character is not as strong as some other zoners or as some other characters is because the disadvantage, or like the getting comboed of this character sucks. Like, this character gets comboed really hard because they're a round-ish body that is heavy. So they get comboed really hard. A lot of combos work on this character for a ton of different characters. And again, the lack of hitbox on the recovery is going to make it so that if you have to upbeam specific spots, you can just get hit really easily. You get two-framed, just get lingering aerialed, get aerialed in general. Like, this kind of sucks. Like, Pikachu is a terrible matchup. Mario is a terrible matchup. I think Zero Suit is kind of bad. I think Fox is pretty bad. I think Game & Watch is pretty bad. Does pretty well versus Snake, which is good. This character does have a ton of tools, but just isn't good enough quite to be top tier. And so that is going to be it for the high tier. I think that there are 20 top tier characters in this game. The more I think about it, 15 or 20. Let's get into it. The worst character in top tier is going to be Olimar. So I think Olimar obviously won EVO Japan. Dabuz is really good with this character. Shuton's really good with this character. Myron has results. There are a ton of other good Olimars overall. Olimar is just strong. Really good out of shield options because of up smash, ton of damage, so much to keep track of as both the Olimar and the opponent, but obviously the Olimar player is going to be more used to it than the Olimar opponent. Down air is incredible for edge guarding. Down tilt is amazing for two framing. You have Whistle to get out of combos in ways that air dodge would get frame trapped and Whistle doesn't. It's just hard. It's hard to like stay on this character. Like, this character, like every Olimar is like, oh my god, this disadvantage state is so bad. You have a better option in disadvantage than like the majority of the cast that doesn't have like quick attack or flip jump or something like that. So, but Olimar is insane. Like, the damage output of this character is ridiculous. He has sword aerials. He has the ability to edge guard characters super hard. He has the ability to just combo people incredibly hard. His grabs are always good. He has one of the best kill throws in the game. If you have a Pikmin latched onto you, you just take extra damage while taking combos. Of course, if you run out of your Pikmin and you're in disadvantage, yeah, that sucks. But like, that happens so infrequently during a game that you can't honestly say it's like something that constantly is happening like a lot of Olimar players would like you to think. This character, I definitely put this character at 33 in a past tier list, and I know that because I watched my video recently. And like, of course, he's so small that like, you're gonna try, like, you have to like run at him. Like, he is one of the characters, like, I know talk about a lot of zoners that are like, oh, you have to like walk forward and slowly get in. But like, you can't fucking do that to Olimar because of side B, which side B is so good. Side B is so good, and it makes it so difficult for you to just play calm versus him, so you overcommit and then he dash backs and pivot grabs you, or dash back, dash forward, up smash, and then deals you 60. It's so hard to even get to this character's shield. And like, of course, the shield got fixed. Not fixed, but like, the shield got bigger, and this is the only character where that actually matters, in my opinion. So of course, that's gonna help a lot. Like, a lot. Next up is going to be Rob. I think Rob is an incredibly strong character with a ton of really stupid shit. Down tilt is incredible. Gyro is incredible. Side B is incredible. Up smash is incredible. Back air is incredible. Down air is incredible. Grabs, in general, you get up throw, forward air, and then of course you get like the down throw stuff later. This character is really strong. Really, really strong. The character in top tier that probably loses the most matchups, in my opinion, like, for sure. Because Rob, looking at just characters below Rob, loses to Mega Man, loses to Young Link, maybe loses to Samus, might lose to Rosa, might lose to Cloud, might lose to Diddy Kong. Like, this character struggles with a lot for no reason. Well, for reasons, because the disadvantage state of this character is okay. Like, you have the ability to, like, nair at a disadvantage and like up B nair different times and stuff like that, but that's about it. So if you don't have gyro in your hand and the ability to like go forward, throw it down, and then drift behind it, like you're not really going to be landing super easily. However, the edge guarding of this character is insane. Back air, down air, and side B are ridiculous. The fact that you can combo people from 0% with gyro, nair, fucking like gyro, forward air, dash attack, gyro, side B, like is stupid. Like it's one of those things that's like the cheese factor of this character is so good, and it's not even cheese because it's consistent, right? Like the character just has good random bursts of kill options or bursts of a ton of damage, because that's just how Rob is designed. It's just like, it's a slightly worse version of like Wario's like waft factor, where it's just like, oh, you're winning. Oh, you got an air side beat at 45 because they read your neutral get up, and then you DI'd in sometimes, or you DI'd out and you weren't at high enough percent that it didn't combo, you're dead. Oh, you have a bad recovery and you used your double jump, you're dead. Oh, you have your double jump, but you didn't use it. Cool, you got downed and you died. This character's hard to like just win against. Unless you're one of the characters that beats him. The jank factor of this character allows that even losing matchups, you can still win. Yeah, Rob is also one of the most represented characters in the entire game. I'm gonna put Pac-Man here. This is like the zoner little area. Like these 6 characters are all zoners. Pac-Man is incredible. He has some of the best ground control in the game because of Hydrant, and you have to deal with it. He has incredible damage. He has really good out of shield options. He has really good combo breakers, or combo breaker, well, I guess combo breakers in Hydrant and Nair. His combos are ridiculous in terms of if you have Galaga, even just fair is really, really good. This character has so many good tools. His grab is one of the best grabs in the game in my opinion. Like it's laggy, sure, but like it's still really good. It's really strong. It catches spot dodge, which is the only grab in the game that actually catches spot dodge. Like you spot dodge the grab and you get grabbed anyway, no matter how perfectly you do it. He has throw combos. He has one of the best disadvantage states in the game. It's really hard to edge guard him. It's really hard to edge trap him because you have to respect the fruit. Like his results are incredible because of T. You also have Sinji who does very well. Like, this character is just good. This character is just so strong. Like, so strong. Loses a couple characters. Zero Suit definitely wins. Palu definitely wins. I would say Fox definitely wins. I think Snake definitely wins. I think Wolf probably wins. Joker probably wins slightly. A lot of those are like slight wins, and they're still definitely doable except Palu. Palu, fuck, that matchup sucks. Palu and Snake, I think, are the worst matchups for Pac-Man. Like, this character is so good. So much damage, so much killing. Why is forward smash so fucking strong? So strong. So ridiculously so strong. Next up is gonna be Chrom. Chrom's insane. His damage output's ridiculous. He has a pretty good out of shield option in terms of up B, although I think it's overrated because it's frame 10, which is pretty slow. But his damage output's ridiculous. His kill potential, his kill confirms overall, down tilt leading into jab forward smash or jab back air. This character is so strong offensively. Like literally, if this character had a good recovery, he'd be the best character in the game, like easily, because of his offense. His offense is that staggeringly good. He doesn't have a good recovery. He has one of the most abusable recoveries in the entire game, and that hurts. He's the only character in top tier that has a bad recovery. Like, characters can have abusable recoveries, like Snake has, you know, his bad disadvantage state. Chrom's is bad. Chrom's is a bad recovery. He has Jair, which is jab to back air. He has jab forward smash. He has nair forward smash. He has nair jab forward smash. He has nair jab back air. The thing is, they made this character consistent. Like, Lucina is the more consistent version of Lucina. I think that by having a worse recovery, he is less consistent than Roy because he's gonna get hit off stage and die. Like, he has incredible air mobility and stuff like that. The Chrom's good, but again, his lack of recovery is going to keep him down here. Then we have Lucina. So I think Lucina is actually a bit overrated by a lot of people. She doesn't have a lot of combos. Her advantage state's very strong because she has, you know, giant aerials and there's swords, and of course that's just going to be good. She has good out of shield option in terms of up B. She has really good edge guarding. She's just solid, right? She's very fucking solid. The reason I put her over Chrom is because even though her offense is worse, her defense is a lot better, and she has a better out of shield option for her up B. But Lucina is just very slightly not good enough to be like broken because she is floaty. She has a bad disadvantage state. She has a worse disadvantage state in my opinion than both Chrom and Roy, even though, you know, I would say Lucina gets comboed a lot less than Chrom and Roy. Like, I would say Chrom and Roy take more damage overall, but I do think that Lucina like doesn't get those combos, but she's going to get juggled a lot harder because she doesn't have the aerial mobility, because she's not a fast faller, so she doesn't have as much access to fast fall air dodge, and that's going to be a big deal. She's worse at getting off the ledge. Her jank is less strong. She doesn't have jab forward smash. She doesn't have jab side B that Roy has. She has shield breaker, which is fucking good, don't get me wrong. I feel like Lucina's very, very good, but at this point, all these characters are very, very good and have something that puts them over the edge. So now we're in top 15. Mario. I think Mario's the 15th best character in the game. This character is good. consistent damage. He has a lot of ways to kill you at dummy early percents with down throw, up air, upper forward air, down throw, up air, nair, up air, upper forward air, just dunks off stage in general, flood and cape, edge guarding, stuff like that. The reason I'm putting Mario this low, because again, Mario has really safe aerials in terms of nair and back air and all that type of good stuff, and we've seen the results of Dark Wizzy, we've seen Prodigy beat Leo. Like, this character is obviously an incredible character, top tier, but the character is, in my opinion, a little bit too linear and doesn't have enough range. Like, if you get good at parrying back air and neutral air, this character now starts to struggle. If you're able to wall this character out, this character now starts to struggle. I think that parrying is essential against this character, and one of the reasons I get frustrated when I'm playing against Mario is I tell myself that, and then I don't go for the parries. I try to guess on, like, the nair forward tilts or the, you know, whatever shield. Like, I try to guess that type of stuff, right? Like, I should just be parrying. And parrying's important, because his back air is stupid, his nair is stupid, but if you parry them and you have a frame 5 normal, which most good characters do, or a grab, you're gonna win. Like, parry grab is going to be basically guaranteed against all the stuff that Mario's trying to do. Like, parry into, like, aerial, or, like, you can react, obviously. Like, you drop shield at a specific timing, and then if it doesn't parry, you do an aerial and you hit the grab. Like, there's a lot of times that you can kind of, like, beat both landing aerial and empty jump grab. The faster faller you are, the harder that is. Yeah, I think Mario's incredibly strong, but he doesn't have the speed to overwhelm you. He doesn't have the big burst range that some of the other characters above have, and he just gets walled out a little too hard. Next up is going to be Roy. Roy is more consistent than Chrom. Roy hits harder than Chrom. Sour spots are actually good for combos because you can have sour up air into up tilt, sour up air into up air, sour up air into jab into back air. You have jab side B. You have a better out of shield option, in my opinion, overall than Chrom's up B because it's faster and has super armor earlier. So let's compare that real quick. Chrom's up B has super armor frame 10, whereas Roy is frame 9, so 1 frame faster, but has super armor starting on frame 4, which means if you have a move that has a rehit rate of lower than 4 or lower, you get upbeat out of shield. If it's a multi, it also crouches him at the beginning, which is really fucking good. It's really, really good. So it's strong. You have jab side B, you have obviously jab back air, his jab forward smash also works. I feel like he's just more threatening because his cheese is a little higher, because his cheese, like Chrom obviously has Chromicide, right? But Roy's is jab side B, which kills at 40 with good DI. Roy is so good. Roy is, in my opinion, definitely better than Chrom. The second best swordsman in the game because Shulk's still there because Shulk was broken, but Roy is just really good. Roy is super good. The 13th best character in the game is gonna be Game & Watch. His results don't lie. Game & Watch could potentially be a little lower than this because none of his bad matchups are meta relevant. There are very few Lucinas. There are very few Ikes. There are not that many Shulks. You know, Zero Suit and Pal are gonna be the most common matchups, but he really only loses, he being Meister, only really loses to Nairo barely, and Mars barely. Meister is an incredible player. This character has so much, has the best out of shield option in the game, like the single best option out of shield in the game. He has really good killing because he has down smash and forward smash and back air and bomb and down air, which kills super early for some reason, and up smash, of course. Like, this character can struggle to be walled out, but you have to be playing fucking perfect because otherwise he's going to hit you and juggle you. His up air is the thing that puts this character together. In my opinion, if you could smack up air like you could in most projectiles, this character would be maybe 30th, because the fact that you can't hit up air means he gets to up air you for free, or you have to air dodge it, and then he hits you with either another up air, a back air, or an up smash. That's so stupid. That's so stupid. If they would change that, I'd be so happy. Even if they buff some other shit about Game & Watch. They buff fucking down tilt, make it better. Buff nair, make it drag down. I don't give a shit. Up air is so insane. Oh, Game & Watch is broken. Game & Watch literally, based on results, is a top 5 character. Up B leads to nair or up air, and then up air can lead to a billion things. His advantage state is so strong. His disadvantage is not the greatest IMO, but like people get impatient because how many times do you want to punish fucking up B down air? Like back air, landing back air is kind of hard to punish if he spaces it really well. The fact that you can't tell sometimes when his hitboxes are gone because all the animations are ambiguous is a fucking pain in the ass. He has dash attack 2 frames for forever. Chef at the ledge literally invalidates half of the characters in this game. It's so insane. Like, Chef invalidates characters, up air invalidates characters, and then he kills you super early. Like, so early. Like, dummy early. If more swords were in the meta, if more Pokemon trainers were in the meta, I think that this character would struggle a little bit harder, but still insane. Fox. Fox is damn good. He's 1 spot lower than I put him last time. This character's insane. He is so fast. He does so much damage. He has so many good things about him. One of the best players in the world plays him. Passetti Man has been popping the fuck off, so he literally has more results now than he ever has. I normally think Fox is better than Wolf, but I think I changed my mind recently. So, is Passetti Man better than Light? No, Light's better. Nair up smash is a thing. This character kills. Nair can lead into forward smashes if they tech away, up smashes if they tech in. Back air is still a good kill move. It just doesn't kill at 100. It doesn't kill from like 130 in center. Sorry, Fox mains. Like, this character is so fast. The unreactable range of this character is insane. The only reason this character is not top 10 is because basically every top 10 character is really good at edge guarding. Whether it's spikes, whether it's consistent edge guarding, whether it's like projectiles like snakes, he does get messed up off stage. Granted, Shine's really good, helps with that. The recovery range of this character is insane. If you have the ability to, you know, recover high, then you have the mix up of fast fall air dodge or shine, things like that, which can be really, really good. Yeah, I think this character is just very slightly too weak because this character does rely a lot on parrying to get up tilts. And if people mix up their like attack timings or they guess slightly better, then this character suddenly drops a ton. Like, I think Fox is incredible. I think Fox is arguably top 10. Has really consistent results overall, both now in Japan and the States. For the 11th best character is going to be Inkling. I still think Inkling is really good. I think Inkling is probably top 10. Losing their best rep sucks a lot. That really hurts. Because now the best Inkling main is Space, right? Space is good, but Cosmos dropped the character. The inability for this character to win in scramble situations kind of sucks. You have to rely on dashbacks. You have to rely on people not reading your movement, which feels very much like Greninja, but better. Obviously, up throw, up air is insane. Ink is insane. The ability for this character to edge guard and recover and two-frame and edge trap is ridiculous. But parrying back air is a thing. If you avoid up throw up air percents, that sucks. Now the character can't kill. If you camp at death percent, what does this character do? The inability for this character to get percents just by like a kill move is a big deal. There's no great kill aerial for this character unless you're just gonna read a jump with up air. There's no random tilt that kills. There's no random anything. It's like back throw or edge guarding or you got a roller. There's no just like Joker back air or F tilt or random safe kill confirm that you can throw. Like, Inkling has no kill confirms except for up throw, up air, and roller. Like, literally every character above this and some characters below just have an option of just like, do it. Just, I want to kill you. I want to kill you. I want to kill you. And Inkling doesn't have that option. All right, top 10. Woo! I think Snake. Snake is 10th. The more I think about this character, the more I watch this character, I think this character, having to consistently be playing perfect is super hard. This character is literally the least carried top tier. Grenade's frame 1, it's just stupid. Nikito's fucking broken, that's stupid. Down throw F tilt, down throw up tilt existing, dumb. Right? Like, don't get me wrong. I mean, like, Jesse got like top 8 and Let's Make Big Moves and like 17th at Genesis or 13th at Genesis. Like, he did really well. Like, Snakes have results right now. Salem's still really fucking good. Shogun's really good, Scat's really good, but Snake just has to be playing on point at all times. Literally 100% of the time. If a Snake messes up, they're going to lose. And like, top level, that's fucking hard. Like, you want something to just be able to face roll. I want, like, if I'm noticing I'm playing super mediocre, I can camp. I can start shooting T-Jolts. I can go for easier stuff. I don't have to go for my insane kill confirms. I can just kind of like play the game. Whereas Snake, if you're missing stuff as Snake, if you're not hitting grenade up airs and you're not hitting grenade bears or nairs, if you're like not doing your flowcharts correctly, you lose. It's really, really hard to play Snake at top level. And he loses to basically, to like a lot of really good characters. He loses to, in my opinion, Joker. He loses to Palu. He loses to Zero Suit, Game & Watch. He loses to Fox. He loses to Inkling. He loses to Mega Man. He can struggle now a little bit more with Young Link. You know, this character like does have a decent amount of struggle matchups. Loses to Olimar. Like, I think Wario's actually like the best matchup for Snake in top tier or in Shulk. Like, Snake is so hard to play at top level. I think 9th is going to be Wolf. I used to think Fox was better than Wolf. Well, I've like flip-flopped it on a couple times, but recently I used to think Fox was better than Wolf, but I've been seeing the Wolves, mostly Charlie, start to optimize a lot of confirms, and that shit's not okay. You die so early, you take so much damage. Like, the only bad thing about this character is they don't have a stall option in the air, so their disadvantage is a little bit more linear, even though Nair's broken anyway, so it's fine. And of course you can edgeguard the recovery because you can throw a hitbox out where side B wants to go and you'll hit it before it appears. And the airspeed of this character is insane. You get down throw, like you get throw combos, you get down throw dash attack into like F tilt, or if you're at slightly higher percent into tech chase, which can go into fair back air side B or fair up air back air or fair shine back air. Like, it's insane, but just not as good as the characters above. Slightly worse of a disadvantage state, doesn't really have a get out of jail free option. Charlie's one of my favorite players. Tweak's playing the character more. Larry's doing better. I think a lot of people are gonna give me shit for this opinion. I think Palu is number 8. I think that Palutena is overrated, just by a little bit. Granted, the difference between 5 and 8 really doesn't matter. The reason I'm putting Palu this low is compared to literally everyone above her struggles to kill. She struggles to kill the most of the top 10 because she doesn't have down throw back air anymore. So she has to raw hit you with back air, raw hit you with up smash, raw grab you with back throw. You can't just exist and get kills. Like, you can't just run around and get kills from anywhere anymore. It doesn't work like that. Back throw's fucked up, but you have to get grabbed at the ledge. So if she's at the ledge camping, you either do shit, is safe on shield, she can't grab you, or you don't. Nair's insane, but it's not going to kill that easily anymore. Her edge guarding is very much one and done. Because like she can punish air dodges with like forward airs and back airs, which is really good. But like she's not like a character that can like throw out multiple options off stage because she's slightly too fast volley. Dash attack's a kill move. I've seen people start getting like Nair up tilt, which is kind of sick. But also like, why are you not ready for landing aerials when that's what you wanted to do in the first place with Fair and Bear anyway? Like I feel like people don't parry enough versus this character because it makes her back air a lot worse. It makes her forward air a lot worse. Well, forward air's still broken. It makes landing Nair a lot worse as well. Like up air is an insane juggle tool. Like her advantage state is like fucked up. Edge cancels. Her disadvantage is pretty decent because teleport can literally go to like anywhere on stage. Palu is just very slightly overrated, and like people are just ignoring the fact, like especially because a ton of people are like, oh my god, results, right? Nairo won Let's Make Big Moves, and then hasn't got top 8 since. He didn't top 8 Genesis, he didn't top 8 Frostbite. And Frostbite was the nerfs. He should have lost to Cola. Cola's super choke. I mean, Rising Aerials, again, are basically ground moves, so like Nair's still a ground move. The results of this character are still very strong, and again, Jen should have beat Mars. Like, this character struggles more than people think. Like, people are so blinded by hate for this fucking character for some reason, because everyone loves Nairo. Like, the thing I don't understand is everyone loves Nairo. Nairo's like people's like probably one of the most loved players in the game, and yet people hate Palu, and I don't understand. Like, she's very, I know what you're gonna do, but I have to respect it. But parrying exists, so if you know that she's going to fair you because she's facing away from you and she wants to back air, you parry the back air, then you punish it. Back air is -5 if you do it perfectly, which means a parry is frame 8. Like, you have 8 frames to punish. Also, if it's a short hop back air, which it probably is, it's probably more like -6 or -7. So then it becomes -9 or -10, in which case every character can basically punish it, whether it's a dash attack or a down tilt or a forward tilt. You go parry dash grab because she can't spot dodge in time. Next up, I think, is Trainer. I think Trainer's really good. I think that Trainer can like do better. I think Trainer could potentially be like 4th or 5th, but right now the trainers haven't optimized every character. Like, Trainer does so much damage, frame 1 swap, Charizard's underrated, Squirtle, like every character is at least high tier. I think Ivysaur is actually the worst Pokemon of the 3, but Ivysaur has the most cheese. Well, actually Charizard has the most cheese. Ivysaur has consistent cheese. Like, Ivysaur grabs you at 0 and does 40 because up throw, up air, or down throw, short hop, up air. Like, this isn't anything against Trainer, it's more like just different opinions. Because like Tweak's playing the character again, Ned's doing better, but I just think, you know, just thinking about it, slightly worse than the other characters. Like, Zard up smash is super good. You have Squirtle being pretty difficult to hit because the dash back is amazing. Like, Zard has back throw, back air. I'm probably the most scared of Charizard with Rage than any character in the game because dumbass kill confirms, fast back air, random flare blitz. Character's good. I put top 5 before. Still could be, but I think the characters are slightly better. Next up, and the last character outside of top 5 is going to be Zero Suit. I had Zero Suit in top 5 pre-patch, maybe 5th, but I think the patch hurts just a little bit, because you can edge trap this character now. The fact that down B is no longer broken and get you hit and killed at 60% is a big deal. I think the fact that you can mess up when playing against this character now is so alleviating of a feeling. Otherwise, character's fucked up. Like, short hop aerials, amazing. Combos are great. Arguably the best killing overall in the game. You have everything about this character is just so good. Her frame data is amazing. She has great ground tools. She has great air to airs. She has great anti-air. She's precise, kind of hard to play, but then she runs away from you and spams flip, jump, and zair. You can't really do anything about it. The reason that she's not top 5 is I feel like she does lose more matchups than everyone above her. Because I would say she loses to Pika. She loses to, at the very least, Roy. She loses to Trainer. Loses to Joker. She loses to Shulk. Maybe Chrom. No, the one I was thinking of was Olimar. Other than Olimar, she basically beats every zoner in the game. She's a huge check to zoners. She's also a check to Game & Watch. She's a check to Fox. Like, anyone that says ZSS sucks is wrong. You're believing in random ass -2s and stuff that like doesn't fucking exist. Because this character's too fast and kills too early. Like, people are like, Wario can't be bad because he has Waft, and then they're like, Zero Suit sucks. It's like, what about Uppy? And they're like, Uppy's too small. I'm like, it's frame 4, add a shield. You can't touch Zero Suit's shield or you die. She has Nair flip jump. Like, I could see her being 5th. But I do think that number 5 is going to be Wario. Wario, just to me, playing Wario a little bit more and just watching more, like, I feel like this character is so unoptimized. I think this character is so good. You have the threat of waft. If you play correctly, you should get 2 wafts a game. If you camp for the first minute of the game, you just camp. Kill your opponent with a half waft combo. Then you play second stock normal, then third stock you have waft. Character doesn't have great hitboxes except for up tilt, but this character has really good ground normals. I think that down tilt is underused overall. I think that back air is underused overall. I think that literally every Wario just fucking fishes for kill moves. If Wario players played the game normally and didn't just spam Nair when they have waft, they'd be so much better. 2 top 10 players play this character. Top players in Japan play this character because you have Kamame, play the character. You have Nietano play the character. You have like half the fucking player base in Japan plays this character. Like, because the factor of, ooh, I have Waft is scary. Like, you remember when I was talking about Charizard being the scariest character with Rage? I lied, it's Wario. Like, every fucking person in Japan plays Wario because he's not super difficult. Like, he's hard to optimize. Like, obviously, Gluto's the only one doing, like, the stupid-ass combos, but, like, this character's just so solid. His dash back is one of the best in the game. He's just so good. And, like, I was believing in, like, I used to believe, like, Tweak a little bit too much and be like, oh, he loses to hitboxes, but, like, bitch, how? He fucking dashes back and then nairs you for it. Or dashes back and then nothing happens and then you get waffed. Number 4, Shulk. Everyone says Shulk sucks. And you're blatantly just going to ignore Japan. You are literally ignoring Japan. Komei is one of the best and most consistent players in Japan at this point. Shulk loses 3 matchups, maybe 2 at this point, which is going to be Pikachu, Snake, and maybe Palutena. And that's it. Komei got 2nd at EVO Japan. Komei has top 8'd tournaments in the States. He's top 16 tournaments in the States. Nico is also PGR. There are 2 PGR Shulks that are both very good, very high end, getting better is the thing. There's so much unexplored shit with Shulk that you have dumbass kill confirms like Buster down throw into up B, you have Buster downer into forward smash, you obviously just everything good about Shulk. You have shield art, haha, that exists. Honestly, Komei's fun to fight too on Amadaguchi, I'm not going to lie, like that shit's fun. You can't say Shulk has no results, like the thing is in Smash 4, it's like, oh, but he has theory but no results, but like Komei got 2nd at the biggest tournament this season. Where are his no results? Like you're literally lying to yourself. Like he cheats. He switches between multi-hits. He beats so many top tiers. I think he beats Wario. He beats Zero Suit. He beats Wolf. He beats Peach. Like he does so fucking well. He might beat Joker. It's probably even. I think Joker's probably even. But like he invalidates so many characters. He beats Inkling. He beats Game & Watch. He beats the other Sword characters. He beats Mario. He beats Pac-Man. He beats Rob. He beats Olimar. Like look at that list. He beats like every fucking good character. How is this character not top tier? How is this character not top 5? He's hard. Shut up. So is everyone. At top level, every fucking character's hard. And everyone just ignoring results because they want to just meme and be like, oh my god, like Shulk has just potential. He's not actually that good. Like no, he's so good. Shulk is the theory best character in the game, but I don't want to do that. But like applicably, he's still top 5, top 10. But I don't go just by results, but you can't ignore the results. He has some of the best and scariest edge trapping in the entire game because of Smash Art. He kills you, he does so much damage, speed is so difficult to deal with, it's hard to edge guard him because of jump. Like, he's so good. 3rd best character, Peach. So remember how earlier I talked about having a ground game is important? She has the best ground game in the game. But ESAM, she only has 1 good ground move in down tilt. How can she have the best ground game? Back air and like float aerials are basically ground moves. Float nair, float dare, float bear are all ground moves. Well, you're never float daring on floor. Like instant float dare is stupid. But float bear and float nair are ground moves that do 14% that lead to combos. She has ridiculous combos. She has ridiculous killing. She has so many good things about her. She has counters. She's so unoptimized. If Samsora did Ling Ling combos, if Samsora did better turnip combos, if even Samsora did some Mutace combos, he'd be doing so much better, and he's already the 2nd best player in the world. Samsora is one of the only people that can beat Leo. Peach is so good. Yes. Does she lose to Shulk? Sure. Does she lose to Game & Watch? Yeah. Does she lose to Zero Suit? Maybe. Does she lose to some other characters, like Pac-Man? Yeah, probably. Very slight losses of a character that's as explosive as Peach that can randomly get Stitch Face or Bomb is going to make those matchups all basically even, except Game & Watch. That matchup sucks. Like, I think there's so much about this character that's insane. If she plays defensive, she's literally better Diddy Kong because she has turn up into either back air or forward air, or sorry, back air or dash attack or down tilt depending on what percent. Having a turn up at 0, you do throw backwards out of shield and you get down tilt and you get your full combo. Or you do something better because you're fucking Peach and you have fucking, if you do float nair, you go fucking float nair, jump, throw turn up down, Z catch, throw turn up down tilt, throw turn up forward, up air, throw turn up forward air. That does like 90 fucking percent, 100 fucking percent. Like fuck that, it's so stupid. It's so good. It's so good. And no, this character doesn't beat Pika. It's even. So I'm not even fucking complaining about that. This character's just fucking insane. Like this character's insane. This character's so good. If you're going by results, obviously Joker's the best character in the game. Leo's the best player in the world. This character has a ton of killing, really mobile, really hard to hit, really good backdash, really good just ability to avoid a lot of moves, really low run. This character's so good. Arsene counter, stuff like that. The nerfs hurt, doesn't really matter. Like it is worse. Like Gun is obviously worse. So getting like cheese edge guards isn't going to happen as much, but you don't need the cheese edge guards because you have back air and you have all this other fucking good shit. Like there's so much good stuff when it comes to Joker. Like the list goes on and on. He has great ground normals. He's so fast. He has great combos. He has resets. He has the ability to edge guard way better than a tether character or a character with no hitbox recovery should ever recover, ever. He's so good. Like, he loses meter faster, so now you can fight him. But also, you're gonna fight Joker when he has the frame data that he does and the movement that he does. It's so hard to approach him. It's so difficult. Like, Joker's so good. Joker's insane. He's such a good character. I'm glad that, like, basically all Jokers kind of, like, realize this, which is nice, because they're not like, oh my god, Joker sucks. Like, no one says that. Except for, like, the random mid-level Jokers that are like, yeah, Joker's so hard, and, like, loses, like, 8-2 to Pikachu. Like, the fact that he fast falls 90% over makes him ridiculous. He has the fucking up air, like, loop thing on platforms. He's insane. He's so good. He's so good. His defense is amazing. His offense is amazing. His neutral is amazing. His projectiles are great. Gun is so good. Gun, Aegon are so good. But you know who else is insane? Pikachu. He's busted. Pikachu, nice. Busted. Pikachu busted. Nice. I think Pikachu's the best. I think Pikachu loses the least matchups in the game. I think he loses 2 matchups, potentially 4. He has free approaches with T-Jolt in the majority of matchups. He has the best edge guarding in the game. He has the best disadvantage in the game. He is unoptimized. Like, I'm just now starting to optimize, finally, up air bridges. I got kills earlier today on Elite Smash at, like, I hit someone at, like, 20 and they died. Because I did, like, landing nair, up tilt. Or I did, like, T-Jolt, landing nair, up tilt, landing nair, grab, just upper, fair, and they die. It's so good. Pika's insane. I think that Pikachu beats Joker, beats Shulk, beats Wario, beats Zero Suit, beats Trainer, beats Palu, Wolf, Inkling, Fox, Roy, Lucina, Chrom, Rob, Olimar, Mega Man, Young Link, Samus, Terry, like, basically every character. There are so few matchups that Pikachu struggles in. I have, like, 6 even matchups. My even matchups are, like, what? Peach, Lucas, Snake, Mario, Pac-Man. Did I say Peach? I don't remember. Like, Pikachu struggles so few matchups. His damage output's insane. His kill potential is so underrated for some reason. People are like, Pika struggles to kill, as if I don't have Nair down smash. And also up throw, which is randomly really good for killing, or just edge guarding, or jab blocks, or, you know, down throw upper thunder, or thunder reads, or forward air in general. Like, this is insane. Like, this character is so good. And I'm sure you guys all know that, so just the best character. Pikachu's hardest matchup is Ness. I have more trouble with Ness, but I think it's game watch too.